Shabbat Shalom, family. So, we got a very good topic on the board today. It's a lot to go through. So before we even start on the lesson, all the way up, all the way up. Before we get started on the actual lesson, do anybody got anything on their heart, mind, soul? They want to discuss something on their mind lately? They want to bring forth some news anybody heard about it? All right, class starting. Come on, let's sit down. Let's get her done.
Shalom to
mingle later.
any newcomers today. So I met sister earlier. You just raise your hand up. Let's go. This is Bible study. So if anything seems like it shoot over your head, or if we're not as clear as we need to be, let us know. But stop us in our tracks, because we have to agree as one body before we can say amen. So if one doesn't have the complete understanding, we need to go back and make sure that everybody is on one accord.
Everybody understand that? All right, so what we got on the board today is the reflection in the mirror. The reflection in the mirror. Everybody else always want to point the finger at everybody else, blame people for their demons, and don't want to check themselves. We have a problem with sitting in the hot seat. We point the finger and we judge everybody else for our actions, when it's our actions. Or we say, well, he made me do it, she made me do it, the devil made me do it. Right. No, you made that conscious decision to react off of your emotional impulses. So we're going to talk about the reflection in the mirror. So before we get to this, I got a question. Hebrew. So I'm getting you, brother. If the doctor tells you only had 24 hours to live, 24 hours to live, and you can do whatever with your 24 hours, what would you do? Praying, that's it? You just be praying? Exactly. What about you, Yakna?
Sackcloth. Sackcloth for the last 24 hours.
That's good. What about you, B-Hood? Praying. So this is the thing about what I'm talking about today. For everybody down here know, once you come into the realization that you are a Hebrew Israelite, that's the moment you realize that you're in the middle of war. That's right. We've been in war, but you don't realize you're in war until you find out your true identity. And you're like, dang, I've been at war. Well, the thing about the war that we're in, we always will be accountable to each other. Because we warn with sin, we warn with flesh. And before you warn with flesh and sin, you have to die. Right. There's no way beyond it. Even the people that live in the end of days and get translated, like Enoch and them did, and go into their immortality body, right? They still have to die, because all death is when your soul and your spirit departs from your flesh. And we all must go through that. Because of what? Sin. So who are we at war with? Ourselves. Sin that is within ourselves. The reflection in the mirror. And the crazy part is, we all up in the mirror every day, brushing our teeth, washing our face, put coconut oil on our beards, brushing our beards. I'm talking personally, But we in this mirror constantly, every day, looking at ourselves only to perfect the flesh. What about what's behind this flesh? Why we don't never judge that? Why we don't never just take time and be like, you know what? I ain't gonna read tonight. I ain't gonna do nothing tonight. Watch TV. I'm gonna sit in the dark and I'm gonna go through my whole day. I did this wrong. I need to strengthen up on that. I talked to that lady wrong. I could have held the door open for that elderly woman. Why don't we do that to ourselves, but we will nitpick on everybody else? Yeah. On everybody else. Is it that we afraid of the reflection in the mirror? We in denial? but we claim we in truth. That makes us a liar and a hypocrite. Why we at war? So we're going to go to Genesis, because you know everything starts with the garden, because that's what we're going back to. So of course we got to go back to the garden, and we're going to start it off with that. Y'all got, look, it's Bible study. Y'all got any questions whatsoever, do not be afraid to raise your hand. Let's get it. So we're going to start in Genesis. Genesis 2. Reflection in the mirror. We start at verse 5.
Genesis chapter 2. I'm looking good. Genesis chapter 2, verse 5. And every plant of the field before it was in the earth, and every herb of the field before it grew. For the Lord Yah had not caused it to rain upon the earth, and there was not a man to till the ground. But there went up a mist from the earth, and watered the whole face of the ground. And the Lord Yah formed man of the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life.
So look, before this, there wasn't a man like him. Everything was in the spiritual realm. Everything was in the heavens. Everything was being created from God. Renewal of the earth, replenish the earth. So, but we know it was a war in heaven before all of this happened. This war wasn't fleshly at all, was it? Michael fought against the great dragon and his angels, and they fell, right? So the moment that they failed, they brought war where? To earth. So that was the first war, and it lets you know that no matter what goes on in the heaven affects us. Because we are part of what? We're part of the heavenly family. We are part of that family. Don't we all call ourselves sons of God, sons and daughters of Elohim?
That's right.
So we walk around in the flesh, but we act like the spiritual realm don't have nothing to do with us when we the most spiritual people on planet Earth. So whatever goes down in the heavens goes down here. And knowing that it was a war in the beginning, and this war still haven't stopped, why we acting like we ain't in it? Why we all with our flanks open? You mad at your brother, you mad at your sister, you mad at your husband, you mad at your wife. But don't nobody stop and sit in the hot seat though. That's right. It's just a bunch of finger pointing when we at war. And that's all we need is for the devil to get in the mix of that.
That's right.
That's an easy kill. So the reason why I kept asking, if your doctor gave you 24 hours to live, right? What would you do with your time? That's because our spiritual doctor have done that. Isn't Christ the healer of the nation? Right. Didn't he heal the blind, the sick, the leprosy? So our doctor told us that what? As 1,000 years is just one day to the Lord. We don't live a day. So in all actuality, today we all gonna die. We only have 24 hours.
That's right.
That's the truth. So knowing you only have 24 hours to live, what you gonna do with your time? Is you gonna be bickering back and forth with one another over things that don't matter? Breaking commandments, over stuff that don't even matter. And not doing what? Looking in the mirror. What I do with my time, if I had 24 hours on earth, I would be doing self-examination. Picking apart myself, putting myself on the hot seat, going through my life, making sure I righted my wrongs. Because at this point in time, nothing else even matters. Right. Ain't nobody else going on the judgments at the same time as yours. You finna give the ghost stuff in this war. You're finna be a casualty of war. You either gonna get crowned for fighting a good fight, or you gonna go to the lake of fire because you committed treason and worked for the enemy. Remember, we are at what? War. So when we in this war, we need to be doing what? Looking in the mirror. Just like, look, when your husband go off to war, first thing he do, Y'all do y'all thing the night before. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all get close to each other. They wake up. He ain't ate breakfast with the family in a long time. But this particular day, he gonna eat breakfast with his family. He gonna leave encouraging words for his son, his daughters, because he don't know if he coming back or not.
That's right.
Why don't we live like that? Why? Is it that we don't realize we're really in this war? I mean, turn on your TV, look around. Negroes is dropping like flies and not repenting. Dropping like flies and they got this truth. And we got this truth and we still acting like them Negroes. Because we not examining ourselves.
That's right.
All we want to do is blame the field. Blame our past. Well, this happened to me in my past. Well, that was in the past.
That's right.
We act like we don't know how to put one foot forward the other. We steady backtracking, making the same mistakes that we made the day before. And instead of owning up to it and looking in the mirror, we're like, hey, you need to check that. We point fingers at everybody else, blaming everybody else for our deeds. You know what? That's being a hypocrite and it's selfish. And obviously, you ain't ready and geared up for this war. Huh? The first thing you do before war is you holler at who? A higher counsel than yourself. Anybody that go to war, they always hire that. It's called a spiritual advisor. They go to the gods, whoever their God is. They go to something that's higher than them to seek counsel. Why don't we do that? Huh? Why don't we do that? Why are we scared to look in the mirror? Why when I get caught doing something, I point at you? Do y'all see the sickness though? The mental illness of our people? This disease that's on us called sin? And disease brings death. And we can't get rid of flesh. This disease is permanent. Only disease, this is the only one we can't cure. Only person that can cure that is our doctor, which is Christ. And he already let you know, yes, I will cure it in the afterlife, but you're going to die. You're going to die with that flesh on you. And you only got 24 hours. And he give you the ball, he give you his word, he say, so what you gonna do? And we push it back and we start pointing fingers, pointing fingers, pointing fingers. And never self-examine ourselves. Never sit our asses in the hot seat. That's selfish. And that means that you're not ready for war. But we finna go through the scriptures and see that Paul, Shaul, all of these brothers was ready for war. They understood what was going on. They understood who the fight was against. And they understood that your enemies is of your own household. And I'm not only talking about my household. Your body's a temple, ain't it? That is a house. Members is your limbs, right? We sitting with our hands, our feet, our lower member, our eyes, our ears, we lustful. Talking about that house. We at war with ourselves. You look at your enemy every day, you brush your teeth. So what's up? Is we gonna train up and fight right? Or we gonna keep blaming other people? Like our U.S. do. We act just like Americans, man. Gonna steal, kill, and destroy, and then throw rocks, hide our hands, and put the blame on somebody else. Put the blame on somebody else. Everything that we claim we hate, we become. All because we don't self-examine ourselves. Let's keep reading.
And the man became a living soul.
Yeah, the question, bro.
I was just about to say that's all covered in Deuteronomy 28.
Oh yeah, we gonna get to it, bro.
Yeah,
let's let this class speak for itself. Come on, bro.
And the Lord Yah planted a garden eastward in Eden. And there he put the man whom he had formed.
Right.
And out of the ground made the Lord Yah to grow every tree that is pleasant to the sight and good for food. The tree of life also in the midst of the garden, and the tree of knowledge of good and evil.
So look, even in the beginning, war was always there. War was always in the beginning. Wherever there's righteousness, there's what? Wickedness. Wherever you walking right, look, you notice this. You always have two paths to go down. Always, left to right, left to right. The path is straight and narrow. Everybody's scared of, you know what I'm saying? We tightroping right now. And y'all scared of heights. We gotta get through it. We at war. And look, notice though, when the Negro's scared, he have amazing abilities. Put a grizzly bear behind him.
Right.
And You would never see him run so fast. So in a physical sense, we have these amazing abilities, but in the spiritual sense, we act like we don't know that we the people with the power, like we're not connected to the God of this entire existence and universe.
Yeah.
Huh? You know what's crazy is we call on ourselves before we pick up the spiritual phone and call Christ. What you gonna do for me? You believe just like I believe. Huh? I can't run fast in this grizzly river. What we gonna do for each other? We need to be doing what y'all said. Praying, petitioning the heavens, examining self. Because remember, we only got what? 24 hours to live.
That's right.
Christ told you. Psalms 90 and 4, 2 Peter 3. We don't even live 1,000 years, and that's one day to the Most High. We even got less than 24 hours. If you actually put the math to it, I'm probably only 2 minutes old in God's eyes. I'm 28. I'm not even a fraction of 1,000 years. Huh? That's why he said your life is just a vapor. Our life is a vapor. We in the most intensified war it's been since the beginning. And we slacking.
That's right.
You can't even look in the mirror. Huh? Got your whole battle suit on backwards. Don't know how to wear your helmet. Breastplate missing buttons. Because you too busy worried about how his going to look.
Right.
Where his sword at.
Yeah.
You like, hey, where your sword at? Where's yours? You see what I'm saying? This point the finger thing don't get us nowhere. It's like running in circles. A dog chasing his tail. Huh? Everybody check themselves but us. Everybody check themselves but us. Why is that? Have we been veiled? Have we really took this veil off our eyes? Or is we still choosing to be blind? Huh? You see, he came to heal the blind. We see with these eyes, and yet still, you know you can see the light. You will take a blindfold and put it on and drive a car. For what? Huh? I know why. We scared of the reflection in the mirror. We scared to search our reins of our hearts like God said he would. That deep, dark sickness that we fighting with every day. And we let that consume us. We only have 24 hours to live. We're supposed to be getting right with God, y'all. Getting with each other. Let's get it, bro.
And the river went out of Eden to water the garden. And from this it was parted and became into 4 heads. The name of the first is Pison. That is it which compasseth the whole land of Havilah, where there is gold. And the gold of that land is good. There is bdellium and the onyx stone. And the name of the second river is Gihon. The same is it that compasseth the whole land of Ethiopia. And the name of the third river is Hiddekel. That is it which goeth toward the east of Assyria. And the fourth river is Euphrates. And Yah took the man and put him into the garden of Eden to dress it and to keep it. And the Lord Yah commanded the man, saying, of every tree of the garden thou mayest freely eat, but of the tree of knowledge of good and evil thou shalt not eat of it. For in the day that thou eatest thereof, thou shalt surely die.
You hear that? So he gave him an oral commandment. He said, you break this oral commandment I'm giving you, that same day, you're going to die. That means every time you see that tree, you're supposed to be doing what? Self-examine. Self-examine. Every time sin comes up, make sure you ain't the one sinning.
That's right.
Huh? That way, when the accuser do come to accuse, you already crossed your T's and dot your I's. You can be willfully and confidently go to court. Like, I'm good. The truth shall set me free. I haven't committed no sins. I haven't transgressed against you. Huh? Because that's what the devil's doing. He's looking for that spot where he can point the finger. Huh? Make you not pray. Make you be mad. Make you be envious. Make you break these commandments. Then when you get caught, you point the finger at somebody else. No, player, sit that hot seat.
That's right.
But look, if we examine ourselves, first, it ain't no hot seat to sit in. Huh? Look, you better search the reins of your heart before Yahweh do. You better. Huh? You better clean your conscience before he come clean. Most High ain't playing with us, he take heads. We in war. Ain't nothing worse than an unlearned soldier with no technique. How can I use him in battle? Huh? That's what I'm saying. He got to get left behind. And us as brothers and sisters in this walk, we can't be alone. There's no such thing. We need each other. We get hunted like dogs in the spirit and in the flesh. So we need to be checking ourselves. And look, you notice something. When you check and cross-examine yourself, and it make you judge way lesser, and you become a light. You become a light. And to make other people do the same thing. You'll find in the argument, you get called all kinds of things. God bless you. Man, the Most High be with you. You're like, man, this nigga crazy. But look, make them check their own spirits. Then it look, domino effect. Same situation present themselves to them. God bless you. I love you too, son. I love you too, brother. You need a hug? You know what I'm saying? And
no, I don't need no hug.
Yeah, and look, they might curse you out, but when they go home, it's going to make them look in the reflection. They're going to look in their reflection in the mirror and be like, dang, why I could have handled this better. I could have, you know what I'm saying? And it forces people to meditate on their sins. We too busy trying to forget our sins. No, don't ever forget the sin. You forget it, you can go back to it. Huh?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, look, it takes one person to run over that nail in the road. Let somebody find a nail anywhere. A whole driveway getting swept out because they don't want to go through all the trouble getting a new tire. Same thing with the sin. You know what I'm saying? Anything that reminds you of it, remove it. That is simple. Remove it. And look, don't be afraid to cross-examine yourself. We're at war. We at war. And if you can't trust your own members, how can you trust anybody that's by you in battle? Or how can they trust you? You can't even trust yourself. Huh? You a suicide bomber at this point. You a ticking time bomb. 1 minute you righteous, next minute you got your finger flicking me off. I hate you, nigga. Like, damn, you know. Thought it was just blessings be thou. Huh? The same mouth you use to bring life, the same mouth you use to speak death. All in one sentence. We be forgetting we at war. We be forgetting that war has been declared on us because we too selfish to even look and cross-examine ourselves. We too selfish to sit in the hot seat. And we finna read it. We're gonna read what it gets you. We read it right now. Come on, you bro.
Verse 18. And the Lord Yah said, it is not good that man should be alone, for I will make him an helpmeet for him. And out of the ground the Lord Yah formed every beast of the field and every fowl of the earth, and brought them unto Adam to see what he would call them. And whatsoever Adam called every living creature, that was the name thereof.
You see that? So at this point, Adam is not at war. He's put in the garden. He have a life retirement. As soon as he gets born, as soon as he gets put in the garden, he already chilling. All he had to do is follow the oracle man that God gave him and keep the garden dressed up. So he's not at war at this time.
He was out of short letters.
All right, any short letters for the children's class?
And y'all short letters, follow on with Mordecai, on with the children's class, have y'all business, be on y'all best behavior. Take your body, bro. I'm your business.
Verse 20. And Adam gave names to all the cattle, and to the fowl of the air, and to every beast of the field. But for Adam there was not found an helpmeet for him. And the Lord Yah caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept. And he took one of his ribs, and closed up the flesh instead thereof. And the rib which the Lord Yah had taken from man, made he a woman, and brought her unto the man. And Adam said, this is now bone of my bones, and flesh of my flesh.
You hear that? This is meat. We one flesh. This is my helpmeet, my assistant, my aider. Huh? Ain't that a good thing to have on your side when you at war? You get some war wounds, she'll patch you right up. Huh? Come on.
She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man.
Come on, bro.
Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. And they were both naked, the man and his wife, and were not ashamed.
Come on, bro. We're going to 3.
Verse 3, chapter 3.
Was this a nudist colony, bro?
No, that wasn't shame, meaning they had no sin. There wasn't no sin on their conscience. Remember, they ain't even at war yet. They in the spiritual realm of the garden. He gave them oral commands to keep it. They was bodies of light. Glory to God. So they was not ashamed. Come on.
Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the
Hear
field.
that? So he done found him a smart beast. To use and possess, to put his spirit on. To go do some what? Some war. This is where the war presented itself in the garden. Come on.
Which the Lord Yah had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath Yah said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, Yah has said, Ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it,
You hear that?
lest ye die.
Lest she die. So she know the oral commands that was given by her general. She know it. Come on.
And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not surely die.
That's when she should have cut the conversation short. Right then and there. Whenever somebody goes against the law of God, because remember, the law of God is the measuring stick. When I don't care what they go against what thus says the Lord, they are what? Enemy. So this is war right here. So instead of her turning around and walking away, or getting ready to pull on her sword to fight back, what she do? She started entertaining the enemy. See, this should have been a self-examination right here. But within her own mind, she's already intrigued. Slick Willie already done spit his lip. Come on, bro.
For Yah doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil.
Come on.
And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, a tree to be desired.
You hear that? So she looking at this tree. She have a tree already. She have a man already. But she is not even examining herself at this point. She's so controlled and overflowed with lust. She's finna eat from this tree. When not only her head told her don't eat from the tree, but her head told him don't eat from the tree.
Right.
So you see, all she had to do was step back, realize that she was what? In a battle of what? War. That's it. But we don't do that. We move too fast. We don't like to look in the mirror. We don't like to bang. We don't like to sharpen our sword. Because sin is just so lustfully and wickedly sweet. It is. Everything that's bad for you tastes so good. Y'all ain't noticed that? Honey buns? Give you high cholesterol, shut down your livers and kidneys. Damn, your taste is going down, don't it?
Yes.
Same thing with sin. It's bittersweet. Well, sweet bitter. Because it's sweet going down, but when it hit the pit of that stomach, you realize it's too late now. And this is what's going on. She is not even realizing she's at war because she's too busy not doing a reflection check. She looking what's in front of her and it ain't the mirror. That's why we need to start carrying with us spiritual mirrors. Soon as sin come around, as soon as something don't feel right or even seem right, hey, look, make sure it ain't you that's off. It might be you. Check yourself. Then after you check yourself, then you can do some checking. But make sure you ain't got, look, make sure that you, just like the parable, when they was finna stone this lady for adultery, for committing adultery. But one of the people she was laying with was there with a rock in their hand. How does that even make sense? You might as well hang yourself. Before you judge, make sure you good. He said, pull the mote out your eye. Are you pointing out everybody else's sin? What's up with you? Who you battling and fighting at night? But we always sitting around in groups talking about what another brother done. Negro, what you just did last night? You sit in the hot seat. Like this has became a game to us. This has became a game, a pony show. This is real life. We are at war. Death is at every hand. And we ain't none of us living to see 24 hours. Our doctor told us that. So we supposed to be getting our house in order. not the one that's built with mortar.
Hey, bro. Can I take this Philippians?
Most definitely, brother, most definitely.
Philippians, the second chapter, y'all, just real quick. Philippians chapter 2, 12 through 16. A few verses I got up here on the board as well. But it's going right in hand, right in sync with what brother saying. About looking in the mirror. Let me know when y'all there. Philippians chapter 2. We're going to read 12 through 16.
Reflection in the mirror. Biggest enemy ever, boy. We be straight afraid of it.
It's an ugly sign.
It is. It is.
Are we good? Philippians 2. Philippians 2, verse 12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation.
He said, work out your own salvation. Make sure you good. Make sure you are right first. The crazy thing is, people be teaching, but everything they teaching against, they do when they in the house. Huh? That's a greater condemnation for you. You're supposed to be working on your own salvation. How is you judging me, telling me I'm off? Know the chapter and the verse to it, but everything that you saying I'm supposed to be doing, you great. Huh? You need to be working on yourself first. Then you can go out. Make sure you cool before you come out the house. Make sure you really straight when you inside the house and ain't nobody in there with you. Oh yeah, bro.
Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling.
Hear that? With fear and trembling. What are you fearing? What are you trembling at? That you only got 24 hours to live. Everything you did while you was in this war, you're going to get judged for it. Because you only can do two things. You either fought a good fight and died like a Hebrew Israelite, or you committed treason and you worked for the enemy. Ain't no in between.
That's right.
Ain't no in between. Y'all heard of prisoners of war? That is real. It's called the lake of fire. With guards and chains, big hideous angels, waiting to whoop you and torture you for committing treason against the Most High God. Against Christ, against your general. Because remember, we are at war. Don't ever think that you're not. We are at war. Come on, Hebrew.
Verse 13. For it is God which worketh in you both to will and to do of his good pleasure.
You hear that? Say that again, Hebrew.
For it is the Most High which worketh in you both to will and to do of his good pleasure.
You hear that? So you already got him inside of you to make these kinds of decisions. But you so scared of you, you don't even do it. How is that? How is that? You know that sin bringeth forth death, and you still battling the same exact sin from 4 years ago. But I see you every Saturday. You prepping lessons. You spitting the scriptures. You doing all this work, but you still battling with your lower member. Huh? You still using the truth to get what you want from a woman. Huh?
Boy, it's all live. You better laugh.
Like, we need to really start checking ourselves. We at war, and he just said it, God is within us to make these kinds of decisions. So that means you're blatantly turning a blind eye. You don't think it's a greater condemnation for people like that, because you're a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite. You know the truth, and you know when it sounds like the truth. But you want to believe a lie because you scared to look at that reflection. Come on, Hebrew.
Verse 14. Do all things without murmurings and disputing.
You hear that? Do all things without murmuring and disputing. Everything ain't an argument. Everything don't have to turn into a pissing contest. Everything don't have to turn into, well, you did, well, you did. How about, you know what? I apologize. I transgressed against you. And most of all, I apologize to the Father. I'm gonna work on that next time. I won't do that next time. I won't act that way towards you next time. You're right. But instead, we have something called pride that works within our members that got a hold on us so damn bad. It's like we got one foot in the grave and the other foot in the grave. Y'all got that right?
Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead, zombie mode. All because you can't swallow your pride. All because you don't want to let go to this statue that you created for yourself. You putting yourself on a pedestal. Huh? I'm not Ishing, you ain't either. We all gonna die the same death. We all gonna go to the same grave, and we all gonna get judged at that throne. So who is me better than you to tell you anything when I'm doing the same thing you doing? We missing somewhere. We missing the mirror. We missing it. We missing it.
You're scared of it.
I'm scared. Scared of that mirror.
More afraid of yourself than the Most High.
You hear that? Look, and he just said, look, we're trembling in fear. Huh? But look, that's an illusion that Satan has put out there. That's an illusion that we grab onto. It's this fake, false reality, this virtual world that we living in. We walking in flesh, we're not living in the spirit. And that's why. Because regardless, when you're looking at the mirror through the fleshly eyes, you're going to see that real consciousness. Because it bear witness. That's what Melchizedek is about. Huh? Them deep thoughts, them deep scenes that you know you got to pay for. Ain't no technicality of the law going to get you off of that. Yeah, sit your ass in the hot seat and judge yourself.
Yeah.
Come on.
Do all things without murmurings and disputings, that ye may be blameless, that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of Elohim.
You hear that? The sons of Elohim. That's what we're trying to get back to. It says, what matter the Most High bestowed love he bestowed upon us, that one day we shall be called the sons of God.
That's right.
Which means go back to the garden. But remember where war started at, right? It started in the heavens and it trickled down to the garden. For that, they lost that war in the garden. He gave them flesh. Now we inherit that same flesh. That same battle that they battled and lost in has been put on us. It's called a cursed generation. You know what I'm saying? We under this curse, banging with this same flesh. So instead of looking at it in the mirror and checking it, we letting it rule us. Because we scared. What are you scared of? Why are you scared of yourself? Huh? Scared of the truth. And that means if you scared of the truth and it's that deep to you, that means you scared of Christ. And the only way you scared of Christ like that means because he ain't within you. You working for the enemy. Come on, you bro.
That ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of Elohim, without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom ye shine as lights in the world, holding forth.
We're supposed to be shining as lights. We walking around dimmer than the other nations. We walking around dimmer than them. And we wondering why ain't nobody getting it. We wondering why we going out. It's like we working against ourselves. We'll go out and we'll hit the streets and we'll teach. We'll put in all this work, but then it become vain because you will go at home and you will sin. You will sin behind everything you just did is not even accounted for.
Right.
We working and then erasing. We working and not getting paid. Ain't that what slaves do? Oh, okay, it makes sense because you're a slave to yourself. You're a slave to your flesh. You work with no wages. Overtime too. What are we doing? Isn't this a mental illness? You fighting against yourself. You fighting against your woman. You fighting against your husband. You fighting against your household. You fight against everybody, and you be like, let's see, I ain't did nothing though. You got all these problems though, and everything is centered around you. But then again, ain't nothing wrong with you. No, I'm gonna need you to reevaluate the situation. I'm gonna need you to sit and look in this mirror. I'm gonna need you to sit in this hot seat. Just take your time, slow down, sit back, and actually go through your day. Realize that it's not me, it's not you, but it's both of us. And that's what we need to do. Scrutinize each other after we check ourselves first. That's it. It's like a man with a woman. The lower ranks, if something break out, it shouldn't even get back to the general. This whole situation should be done with before it get back to the general. You know what I'm saying? Right. God shouldn't be having to step in amongst me and a brother over like what are the weightier matters here? We at war, we arguing over what? Right. Who ate my piece of cake first? Huh? Chicken, right. Who ate my piece of chicken first? You see what I'm saying? Like, we don't examine ourselves. We examine one another. And that's wrong. That's messed up. Come on, you bro.
Verse 16, holding forth the word of life, that I may rejoice in the day of the Messiah, Christ, that I have not run in vain, neither labor this thing. Whew. That's it for that.
Come on, Hebrew. Let's hurry up and get to this Genesis because we got to hit these scriptures. I'm just showing
Verse
y'all the
6.
war started in the garden and we took on this same war. The war is no different than the same war that was in the garden and the same war that was in the heavens. It's the same war and it's the same enemies. It's it. It's just that these wars have, that war, that sin that started, have manifested itself in flesh, and that same piece of flesh you weren't. So we already read in Galatians 5, it says that the spirit and the flesh is contrary to one another. They stay banging. They stay banging. And guess what's willing your flesh? Guess how your flesh is walking and moving and eating and breathing? The spirit and the soul. So your enemy is attached to you every day of your life, every second, every millisecond. Sin is always present with you. The enemy is always present with you. So that means you have to have your armor on all the time. All the time. Because look, this is how crazy it is. We at war on so many levels. We get out of the world, we bang with the white man. We bang against the system. You get in your house, you are banging with your husband, you banging with your wife, you banging with your children. And then not only that, you banging with yourself. It's never rest. Why you think that, what y'all think the whole point of the new kingdom is? Rest from all of that. But you gotta fight though. You can't give up. Roll over like a dead dog. What's that gonna do for you and me? I need somebody over my right shoulder. Huh? I need y'all like y'all need me. But instead, we pointing fingers at one another and not looking at the reflection and the mirror. It's simple, man. Come on, Hebrew.
She took of the fruit thereof.
You heard that? So she took of this fruit. She lost the war. She took it. She committed treason. She committed treason. Come on.
And did eat. And gave also unto her husband with her.
See that?
And he did eat.
So not only did she commit treason, but then she passed this on to her husband. And he committed treason because he's over her and he listened to her. So you see how sin don't only affect just you, it affects everybody of your household. And whether y'all believe it or not, this assembly right here is a house.
That's right.
So if you do something, it's going to affect me. So I would mind if you self-examine yourself. Check yourself before you leave the crib, brother. Because if you get caught off slipping, that's a reflection of me. Don't it make sense? Huh? You hear something that go down in the camp, you're like, man, that's going to make the whole class look bad. Huh? You see how it affects everybody? Am I lying?
Constantly going through that.
You see what I'm saying? So like we need to start putting ourselves. Shouldn't nobody have to sit you in a hot seat? You should have a boiling hot seat at the house that you sit in between 9 and 11:30 every night. Yeah, just go ahead and sit down. Sit down, check yourself, judge yourself. You better judge yourself before God. Come on.
And the eyes of them both were open, and they knew that they were naked.
You hear that? They knew they was naked. They knew they lost the war. They just realized, like, dang, this whole time we was at war. All I had to do was listen to my commandment. That oral law he gave me. Don't eat of that tree. But you see Slick Willie. We gotta watch that because Slick Willie is nothing but the skin that's attached to them bones. That's Slick Willie. That carnal mind. That carnal mindset. That's Slick Willie. Huh? They say, I heard voices. I bet you did. Yes, Slick Willie in your ear.
Made it sound pleasant.
You ain't got to do what God said. Or just do it one more time. Look, you can do this sin one more time. Don't do it after. You would do that sin one more time and then you catch yourself, man, this is my last time saying it. Man, this is my last time. 100 times ago. You know what that's called? Willful sinning. Willful. Because you acknowledging what before you do it? You're acknowledging the law and you're acknowledging that you want to transgress this law. So instead of sitting in a hot seat, you will battle back and forth and battle sin for sin. Just like Dan always talk about, when they show medicine, they have medicine count. Yeah, you know, this is all my prescription, these are all mine. We Negroes today be like, yeah, these are all my sins and these are all mine. Okay, what about the righteous acts? Where are them at? We scared to evaluate that because we gonna see once you judge yourself and you write on that piece of paper and you put them balances on it, the weighing scale ain't gonna look too good on your end. Huh? It's time to start putting in work in the spirit. And I'm not talking about hitting the streets every day. I'm not talking about making lesson after lesson. I'm not talking about none of that. I'm talking about getting right within.
That's right.
That real battle, that real work you got to put in. Becoming a new creature, being reformed for real, for real. Not what y'all doing, you know what I'm saying? Of course, I can look. You can be sitting right in front of me talking all this good stuff and be plotting to kill me. Huh? You double-minded. I can't trust you anyway. You don't even check yourself. How can I trust somebody that don't check themselves? Huh? If it came down to it, you would stab me in my back. Huh? That's why he said try the spirit. But look, try yours first before you start trying everybody else. Check yourself first.
That's right.
We are at war. Come on, you.
And they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves aprons. And they heard the voice of the Lord Yah walking in the garden in the cool of the day.
Voice of the Lord.
That's right. And Adam and his wife hid themselves from the presence of the Lord Yah amongst the trees of the garden.
You hear that? They got scared of that reflection. They knew they sinned. That voice came in that garden, just like that voice come in your head when you finna sin. Instead of them looking in the mirror, they're like, man, that was off. I gotta die because God can't lie. But at least let me repent right now. Guess what they finna do? They finna point the finger. No self-examination. Just finna point the finger. The voice was in the garden, just like that voice be in your head. Where y'all at? You go running from yourself. You hear that voice and you break the mirror. Man, I ain't looking in that mirror for a couple days. And I'm not talking about the physical mirror. I'm talking about that one that's in your back pocket that you can pull out anytime you want. That spiritual mirror. That you don't never look at. Your soul that ugly, Your spirit that ugly. Them demons that deep within you, Come on, bro.
Verse 9. And the Lord Yah called unto Adam and said unto him, Where art thou? And he said, I heard thy voice in the garden, and I was afraid.
You hear that? I was scared to look in the mirror. I was scared because I knew judgment was coming. And I know what I just did. He said it right now. Right here. Like, look, I was scared to look in the mirror. I'm off. My wife off. We didn't listen to Slick Willie after we knew and he told us what to do. We didn't do it. And I'm trying to hide my transgressions right now, Father. I'm trying to hide my transgressions in my bosom. The thing about sin is it don't go nowhere. It's like energy. It's transferred. He hiding, but it's still on him. It reeks, it stinks, it's ugly. You notice it. It causes disease, and it brings forth death. And because of this transgression right now, ain't none of us living more than 24 hours. And the doctor told us that. And he said, what you gonna do? There's no prescription for this. There's nothing, I can't even treat this. My father called it down. You gonna die today. What are you gonna do with your time? Everybody else, man, you know, I'm gonna go buy me cars, I'm gonna go see the world, you know. It's places I've never been. I'm like, you
feel like a lake of fire, huh?
But then you ask people that's really in scripture, that's really meditating on Yah. Not just studying, not just reading scriptures, not just acting like they know something, but it's really meditating, reflecting. And they be like, you know what I do, man? I pray. And I apologize for all my sins. I make sure I'm right with God, everybody down here, all of them. You know what I'm saying? I asked all these brothers today, if you had 24 hours, and it was all the right answers. You know what I'm saying? But I asked some corner people, like, I ain't never had a Bugatti. I'm like, you think about a Bugatti? You got 1 day to live. You talk about a Bugatti? Yo, Ed. What's that? Go ahead, bro.
I beseech you, therefore, brothers, by the mercy of Yahweh, that ye present your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto Yahweh, which is your reasonable service. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect perfect will of God.
Straight up. We're going to keep it pushing though. It's 2 o'clock already. Let's finish this off and then we're going to go and hit a couple more scriptures. You just read all the way through.
Okay. And I was afraid because I was naked, and I hid myself. And he said, who told thee that thou was naked? Hast thou eaten of the tree whereof I commanded thee that thou shouldest not eat? And the man said, the woman whom thou gave to be with me.
You see that? What they doing? Pointing the finger. Huh? You blaming me for your demons when you got like 100 of them on you. Huh? It wasn't my fault. But all of us committed to say, that's the thing though. You go snitching on somebody and you put yourself on the scene. You be like, yeah, that was a rock that did that murder. So how you know? Because I seen it. Oh, what was you doing there? See what I'm saying? Because he said when you see sin, you're supposed to turn around and do what? Go the other way. Come on, you bro.
She gave me of the tree, and I did eat. And the Lord Yah said unto the woman, what is this that thou hast done? And the woman said, the serpent beguiled me.
You hear that? She did it to me. Well, he did it to me. Huh? What is this proving for anybody? What is this doing for them? Nothing. You don't hear no repentance right now. They point the finger. No self-examination. Come on. Yep.
And I did eat. And the Lord Yah said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle, and above every beast of the field. Upon thy belly shalt thou go, and dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life.
Jump down to verse 21.
Verse 21. Unto Adam also and to his wife did the Lord make coats of skin.
You hear that? So this is when he put them in his flesh. The flesh that we in now. Well, attached to this flesh is death. Showing that, hey, you ain't living more than 24 hours. So we can stop there right here. Let's get to these scriptures. It's already 2 o'clock. Let's go to 2 Corinthians 13. The reflection in the mirror. 2 Corinthians 13. Start it. Don't get through this. Reflection in the mirror. Time to start examining ourselves, putting ourselves in the hot seat.
Yeah.
If you don't, well, I will.
Everybody there? We're in the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 13, verse 1. This, it is the third time I am coming to you. In the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses shall every word be established. I told you before, and foretelling you, as if I were present, the second time. And being absent, now I write to them which heretofore have sinned, and to all other, that if I come again, I will not spare.
You hear that? You're like, look, I gave you time to examine yourself. The second time, I'm examining. And when I examine, I go through with a fine-tooth comb. I'm going to bring out them sins that you forgot you committed. Huh? Remember, we at war. We need to be battling and fighting sin ourselves before we start pointing fingers. Look, you too busy pointing fingers at everybody when you at war. Get your house in order first, then worry about other people outside your household. Work on you first. You look in the mirror first. Then you can have the confidence to say, hey, look, I think you need to check your spirit. I think you need to look at your reflection. I just examined mine and it was super ugly. But I'm working on it. What are you doing with yours? Come on.
Verse 3. Since we seek a proof of Christ speaking in me, which to you ward is not weak, but is mighty in you.
Come on.
For though he was crucified through weakness, yet he liveth by the power of Yah. For we also are weak in him, but we will live with him by the power of Yah toward you.
Come on.
Examine yourself.
What did he say?
Examine yourself.
See that? Examine yourself. You know what examination is? It's like an inspection. We work on houses. That inspector come in there, he finds stuff that you didn't even think about. Huh? We need to be going through ourselves with a fine-tooth comb. Huh? We in this for perfection. We trying to perfect our craft. Why get in the game and just be mediocre? Huh? Because look, the snake that bites you be the one that you can't see. Huh? That spider that bites you be the one that you didn't get. Huh? It'd be crazy. A Negro gangbang all their lives, had bullet wounds, stab wounds, but still survive, and then something quicker happened to you. Like, how did he even die that way?
Right.
Same way with this sin. Them sins you skipping over, them sins that you scared to address, them sins that you scared to look at and stare down the face. Them are the ones that's gonna have you in the lake of fire. And again, our doctor, our healer Christ told us we only have one day to live. Huh? The day of the Lord is as 1,000 years, and ain't none of us ever made it today. We only got one day to live. What are you gonna do with your time? Not only that, we in war the whole time. This is action-packed. We at war and only have 24, and we're gonna be a casualty of war, whether you like it or not. You gotta die because of this war. Is you gonna fight the good fight? And we heard what Paul said. He's like, look, I fought the good fight. I know it's a plaque waiting on me. Ain't when you come from war and you won that war, what they do to the ones that did their thing? They give them medals, they give them new hats, they give them new garments. You done stepped up to not a buckeye private, now you're sergeant or general, captain. That's what we looking for. We at war. It's time to move up in rank. Huh? You can't do that by losing wars. We going out full assemble, coming back 2 left alive. Like, what is you Negroes doing? Y'all can't be trained. And I'm speaking of us. I'm speaking of us as individuals. We have many members, a part of us, as one body. I mean, you, Hood, you. All your generals and soldiers is within you. You gotta line them up, you gotta train them, and then you link up with the assembly. Train them up. Now we actually have battle-tested and approved soldiers ready to fight this good fight. But we can't do that if we're not willing to point out our own weaknesses. Come on, you bro.
Verse 5. Examine yourself, whether ye be in the faith.
Hear that? Whether you be in the faith. Check yourself. Make sure that you moving according to the law. Make sure Melchizedek and your members in on your mind. Make sure Christ is your king. Instead of pointing out that he ain't mine. Huh? How you even know if you too busy watching my club? You hungry, look, this is how crazy it is. A Negro will watch you eat and be starved. Why you want to find your own food? Why is you watching mine? You just want to make sure I'm not the one eating steaks and lamb. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You done died of starvation because you too busy watching me eat. Same thing in the spirit. Check yourself. Come on.
Examine yourselves, whether ye be in the faith.
Right.
Prove your own self.
What that say?
Prove your own self.
Prove your own self. It means prove it, pass it. Meaning keep testing, keep examining until you go above it, until you come out on the good end. Until then, don't come over here and point your finger at me. You ain't even got yourself together. Why would I take advice from you and you all?
Right.
Thank the Lord for Christ had never sinned. I think I'm gonna keep hollering at him because you scared to look in the mirror, but you telling me to look in the mirror. Come on.
Know ye not your own selves, how that Yahushua HaMashiach is in you?
It's in you. So if he's in you, why are you scared to look in the mirror? Oh, because he's not. You scared to look in the mirror because you don't see Christ. So if Christ ain't in you, guess what? Something else is. There's no in between with God. It's either hot, cold, left or right, in or out, up or down. There's no in between. No such thing with God.
The other name for it called alter ego.
Yeah, straight up, alter ego. Come on.
Except ye be reprobate. But I trust that ye shall.
Hey, the Lord is in you unless you are
Unless you are what? Reprobate. Meaning you can't get it right. And look, we see people like that. We see people that's blind to the fact. Hold this right here. Let's go to John 12 real fast. Hold this right here. Because we see this all the time where people be so blinded up under their own illusion that they straight think they doing righteousness and they keeping laws and they not. And look, this how you know it be off you. They accuse you of something. All you say is, okay, I'm hearing you out, sister or brother, but can you go to the book and show me what transgression I have committed against you? And they be like, well, see, I feel. Hold on. You feel. I'm talking about scripture. What did I go off against this measuring stick? Because didn't he give us the law for a measuring stick? So why are we not using that?
Yeah.
I don't want to hear what you feel I have done to you. What have I done to you according to the word of God? And notice, they never pull scripture, and they be feeling some type of way about it. Some type of way. Huh? Always thinking they right. Always. Gathering amongst each other. Talking about you. Holding crafty counsel against you. Crafty counsel. You walk in the room, it's quiet. Well, I know y'all just talking about me. Talk quiet. Negroes whistling now. Huh? You dusting off pictures, you ain't never dusted a day in your life. What's going on up here? Huh? Come on, bro. Yeah, go to John 12. St. John 12 started
Reading in the book of John, chapter 12, verse 38. We'll drop back to 37. Okay. But though he had done so many miracles, but though he had, I didn't catch my dice up here. But though he had done so many miracles before them, yet they believed not on him, that the sayings of Esaias the prophet might be fulfilled, which he spake, Lo, who has believed our report, and to whom hath the arm of the Most High have been revealed. Therefore they could not believe, because that Esaias said again, he hath blinded their eyes and hardened their hearts.
He blinded their eyes and hardened their hearts. They ain't hearing nothing. They not seeing nothing. You can tell because it's never scripture. It's never about law breaking. It's always crafty counsel against you because of feelings and emotions. We don't operate in feelings and emotions. Them way attached to the flesh. Huh? Come on.
He had blinded their eyes and hardened their hearts, that they should not see with their eyes, nor understand with their heart.
So if you can't see with your eyes and understand with your heart, how can you look in the mirror and examine yourself and understand that you're doing wrong? You can't. I hope I never fall into that. Come on.
And be converted, and I should heal them.
You hear that? He should what?
Heal them.
Huh? The doctor, the healer. And the doctor told us what? We only have one day to do what, y'all? Live. So what you gonna do? Huh? What you gonna do with it? Let's say one more. We get back to the scripture. Let's go to Isaiah 6. Isaiah 6.
Y'all see constantly that blindness and deafness is not coming from the Lord just decided to do that to you. It comes from disobedience.
It comes from sin, disease.
Right, so when you constantly go against the grain, you're going to become blind because you don't want to see the truth. So that's what brings blindness when you don't want to see something. It's like another term they use, sticking your head in the sand. So you don't have to worry about seeing certain things. I'll just stick my head in the sand till it passes by. Then I'll pluck it out and look around. Oh, ain't nobody around here. So y'all, in essence, the language kind of makes it seem like the Most High purposely blind you, but he did not. It's from the heart, like bro is saying, from the examination within yourself, even the visitation of John's father, Zachariah, when he didn't believe that he was going to have a son.
Right.
You know, and the same with other people that were visited by angels that questioned the miracle. You know, So, and those are signs because they're doing the signs as soon as they show up. You see them, but you actually, am I actually looking at an angel? Why is this bush burning and it ain't being consumed? So you see the miracle right there, but still, I don't want to believe that because that means they're coming to tell me I need to get myself in order. Right. I don't want to see that just yet. Can you come back tomorrow?
You think you can ignore this thing away?
Yeah. So you can ignore it away, but it'll happen right back in your face. And then when you come blind, you never want to see truth anymore after that point.
Yeah.
Then you start making it, it's got to die for something.
Yeah. Yeah, you know.
Only go around once. Lord know my heart.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, you eat.
Come on, you go. Yeah, Isaiah 6 started 8.
Isaiah chapter 6, verse 8. Isaiah chapter 6, verse 8. Also I heard the voice of the Lord saying, who shall I send, and who will go for us? Then said I, here am I, send me. And he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not.
You hear that? So you hearing me, but you not listening.
Right.
Huh? You see me, but you not perceiving. That's deaf and blind. All because you afraid to look in the mirror and point out your sins and correct what's in you. Because you were scared of yourself. You were scared of the reflection in the mirror. But the thing is, how can you get me right if you not right within? Huh? How you gonna win if you ain't right within? Ain't that Lauren Hill somebody? Yeah. Mess spoke on. But anyway, if you look like it, put that on the feet. Anyway, how you gonna get somebody else together? Or how you gonna help somebody else and motivate somebody else when you can't even motivate yourself? When you still dealing with the same sins again 3-4 years ago, and you've been in this walk, that means you've been playing games. And you can't play games when you at war. We at war. We at war with ourselves. We at war with this devil. We at war with this government. We at war in our own household. We had so many wars, but you playing around. Huh? Your sword supposed to be out ready. You supposed to have on the whole armor of God all times banging against flesh, banging against sin. Huh? Come on.
Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy.
You hear that? Make the heart of these people fat, and their ears heavy. Let it weigh down on them. Come on.
And shut their eyes.
You hear that? Shut their eyes. So he's saying, I'm going to give you what you want. You want sin? Here you go. That's what you want? Here you go. He gave us something called free will. Hey, do what you want to do. But know that I said do this, and these are the consequences if you don't. And one thing we're supposed to be doing every single day is what? Examining ourselves. Come on.
Lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert, and be healed.
You can stop it right there. Come on, let's get back to Corinthians, 2 Corinthians.
Can I read the second witness real quick, brother?
Of course, my brother.
And bro, putting it up on the board, it's in the Apocrypha. It's the 19th chapter, Sirach of Ecclesiasticus. And it's just kind of winding up or tying in what brother's been saying about the fear of the Lord. If y'all don't have the Apocrypha now, we're putting it up on the board right now. And it's Sirach chapter 19, verse 18. The fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of him. And wisdom attaineth his love. The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life.
You hear that? The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life. You hear that? That life. What life is he talking about? You can't be talking about this life because you only got 24 hours to live in this flesh. So we have to be talking about everlasting life. Come on, you bro.
And they that do things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality.
Y'all hold it down over there. Come on, you bro.
The fear of the Lord is all wisdom.
Ooh, you heard that? The fear of the Lord is all wisdom. So if the fear of him is all wisdom, why are you afraid of yourself? Why are you scared to look in the mirror at your reflection? You're supposed to be scared of the Most High so much that you're looking in that mirror continuously, every day. Combing yourself with a fine-tooth comb.
That's right.
Getting your house in order. Come on, you bro.
And in all wisdom is the performance of the law.
You heard that? The performance of the law. Meaning you know better, that's knowledge. But when you know better and do better, that's wisdom. Come on, you bro.
And the knowledge of his omnipotency.
You know what you're saying, bro.
Don't speak the King's English.
If a servant say to his master, I will not do as it pleases thee, though afterward he doeth, he angereth him that nourisheth him. The knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom.
You hear that? The knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom. A wise one will look in the mirror. A wise one will say, you know what? Father, Lord, I'm wrong. Forgive me. A wise one won't do it again. But a dumb person, a dumb spirit, that's one that's deaf and blind, can't hear nothing. He's going to try to hide his transgression. And the best way he do that is by pointing the finger. Watch out for people like that. That's always point a finger. Or as soon as somebody go off, they run and tell you what happened. Why is you always talking about everybody? Oh, maybe you got some ghosts in your closet, huh? Maybe you hiding some sins and transgressions in your bosom. Why is you always talking about somebody else? Watch people like that. You know the tree by look at its fruits. And if it's an orange tree and they claim they're apple, something wrong.
Yeah.
Or if they're an orange tree and they ain't growing no oranges, something wrong. You ain't out here producing no fruits. All you producing is finger pointing and wickedness. I never see you in truth. Whenever I see you around, you talking about other people. We got to start getting rid of them people or examine ourselves, make sure we good. Because look, the thing is, why they constantly coming to you? Why is they comfortable gossiping to you? Or you the gossiper too? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is he comfortable hollering at you all the time? Maybe you need to look in the mirror too. Why is you listening to it? Why are you not checking it at the front door? Like, it's time that we got to quit laying in bed with sin. We got to. We can have a whole pillow that ain't even cold. Your pillow supposed to be cold. Pillow all warm, staying there every night. Come on in. Let's tangle.
Warm play?
Come on.
Neither at any time the counsel of sinners prudence.
Ooh, you hear that? Read that again.
Neither at any time the counsel of sinners prudence.
You hear that? The counsels of sinners don't do nothing. That's why David said, look, I'm going to build me a table in the midst of my enemies. All of those who accuse me of falsehood, lied on me, pointed the finger at me, and I haven't done nothing. He said, they ain't going to get nowhere. Notice every time that happened, them people end up falling off. You don't even hear from them no more. Stop coming to class. You look around, you're like, dang, they used to be here every weekend. Oh, she must have lost the war. She lost that war she was banging in. He lost that war he was banging in. Notice, when people take crafty counsel against you, you already at war, then they bring war to your door. All you gotta do is what I said, examine yourself. Comb yourself with the fine-tooth comb. Once you realize that you ain't the one that's off by law, hey, what's up? We can take it to court. They ain't never show up though. Because they have no evidence. All they have is feelings and emotions. And feelings and emotions do not hold up in what? Court at all. And I'm talking about the heavenly court. The Most High don't deal with emotions. He don't deal with feelings. He deal with laws, statutes, and commandments, which he gave to us to keep. But you can't keep them because you're afraid to self-check yourself and look at the reflection in the mirror. Because you hide some deep, dark sins that got you. You enslaved to sin. And look, half of the people that's enslaved to sin don't want to be free because they don't even realize that they slaves. That's deep, man. That's a mental illness. You know what Harriet Tubman said? She said, I could have freed more slaves if they knew that they were slaves. I could have freed more. I could have freed them more. That is messed up. Just the same as when we left them out of Egypt. They ready to brick Moses and go back. For what? Because you don't have no water for a day or two? Ain't we supposed to fast anyway? Huh? Well, because you used to the chicken and quail. You want to go back to that? You want to go back to the flesh? You want to go back to that type of law? Huh? We supposed to be banging in this flesh daily, looking in the mirror daily, cross-examining ourselves. Then come hallelujah. But if you're dealing with some sins that you ain't, you know what I'm saying? You ain't straighten out yourself. Don't try to correct me. Flat out. Come on.
Verse 23. There is a wickedness and the same in abomination, and there is a fool wanting in wisdom. He that hath small understanding and fear of Yah is better than one that hath much wisdom and transgresseth the law of the Most High.
You hear that? You can have small understanding, but fear God. Meaning that you looking in the mirror every day, cross-examining yourself, and like, you know what, Paul, I need to work on that. You know what, Paul, he was right, I was off in his area. But you got certain Negroes that know this scripture, got the knowledge going through and through, and females, but still have secret sins that they do every day. But be the main ones out here speaking truth, be the main ones out here trying to convert, or be the main ones acting like they on this high horse, giving themselves these titles, but yet and still they behind closed doors sinning and not even looking in the mirror. He said it's better for you if you're on the other side. I'd rather not know a lot and to be faithful with my God and know too much and be breaking his commandments. Huh? Come on.
Verse 25. There is an exquisite subtlety, and the same is unjust. And there is one that turns aside to make judgment appear, and there is a wise man that justifies injustice. There is a wicked man that hangeth down his head sad, but inwardly he is full of deceit.
You hear that? You hear that? He acting like it's all good. It's like, man, but inwardly he's a graveyard. He's full of wickedness. He's full of evil. Huh? A masquerader of light. Acting like there's light around him. Did the same thing Satan did. Transform into light. But on the inside he's full of darkness. Huh? A nightlight. I bet you, I'm pretty sure he's scared. He's too scared to look in the mirror. It ain't nothing like looking at an ugly spirit, I'm telling you. It ain't nothing like it. Can't look at yourself. And then you see a lot of people commit suicide off of taking the easy way out. Instead of self-examining yourself, you're going to blow your brains out. You're going to leg anyway for that. Can't take your own life. Or you will point the finger. But what you did that, you did that. Did you hear about Earl? Did you hear about Claudia? Oh, let me tell you what happened to Claudia. I'm not trying to hear that. I don't want to hear what, I don't have nothing to do with Claudia or Earl. What's up with you? What's up with me and the problems me and you got?
Right.
Let's work on that.
Well, they talking about that to somebody else.
Yeah, that's exactly. It makes no sense. But won't check yourself. That's real time. But won't check yourself, won't check your own spirit. Like, what are we doing here? It's just secrets telling secrets telling secrets. And it's not like, look, this is the reason why it's secret, because it's wickedness. Because if it was righteous, it could be out in the open.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, yeah, you know what? B-Hood just shot this video for the Sons of Light, man. They talking about the Most High, that was cool. Let's hear about them other videos. You know what I'm saying? That's tucked under the table. You know they caught Earl shooting a video with these two? What? That's whisper. But you know what I'm saying? You see how it is. Like, we don't check ourselves. We don't put ourselves in the hot seat, and we at war. So we taking all these self-afflicted wounds, and then we get killed. So it's like, really, who killed you? Did you blow your own brains out? Because you set yourself up. All you had to do was bang against spirit. That's it. That's it. It's bang. Keep banging. Keep fighting. Keep self-examining. Keep checking yourself. Look at the man in the mirror. It's not that hard. Like, how can you fear you more than you fear God?
That's bad.
Casting down his countenance and making as if he heard not, where he is not known, he will do thee a mischief before thou be aware.
Read that one more time.
Casting down his countenance and making as if he heard not, where he is not known, he will do thee a mischief before thou be aware.
You hear that? Man, that's how it is. Go through a city, mess up the whole city, turn it upside down, slip out, go to another one. Before the word get to them, he do the same thing.
Right.
And And this whole time, he's not cross-examining himself. And I bet you he's a finger pointer. Well, it wasn't me. I ain't burned the whole city down. Such and such helped me. He gave me the gasoline. The Negro, you struck the match.
Right.
What about that part? Huh? Let's keep it pushing. Let's go to
And if for want of power he be hindered from sinning, yet when he finds an opportunity, he will do evil.
Wow. Man.
A man may be known by his look, and one that has understanding by his countenance. When thou meetest him, let me read that again. A man may be known by his look, and one that has understanding by his countenance when thou meetest him. A man's attire and excessive laughter and gait show what he is.
You hear that? Watch the one always smiling, laughing, cheesing. Hold on, what you got? Huh? Everything ain't funny. Especially not this moment. What's funny in the mind? What's up with you? Huh? We sniff spirits around her. We sniff you out. What's going on? Huh? But look, we gotta get out of the look, we have to sit in the hot seat. You just got to. And the thing is, you will hold somebody else in charge and you'll put somebody else in the hot seat, but you won't put yourself. Like, there's no balance today. God deal with balance. So every time sin happens and present themselves to you, you will tuck it and hide it. You get caught, you'll point the finger, and then on the other hand, you'll put somebody else in the hot seat and judge them and then tell they matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, it has to be some type of progression. And it ain't that. And remember, we are at war with ourselves. Members of your own household. And we only got 24 hours to live. That's it. One day. One day to live. What are you going to do with that one day? We need to be checking ourselves. Repenting. If you got faults against anybody, get rid of it. What other weightier matters? Why am I mad at you over what? $5? $5. I ain't talked to you in 10 years because of $5. Huh? That don't even make sense. And we all dying today. You might die a couple minutes before me, a couple hours, but we all dying within this 24 hours. And I'm mad at you because of $5. Huh? I'm mad at you because you ain't give me back the shoes that you had last school year. I'm mad at you because somebody else told me you done did something instead of me asking yourself. Instead of me coming to you and asking, I'm taking his word for it, and you probably ain't even say it. Because this Negro scared to look in the mirror. So he planting all these wicked seeds. Huh? Like all this tit for tat, all this pettiness we going through, and we don't even live a day. We at war. Shouldn't we be assembling? Going to war? How can we assemble and go to war if we war with each other? Huh? And what is we doing war with each other when you ain't conquered the war amongst yourself? What's up with all these double standards? Some they make it sense. It's like not evening out. Come on, you bro. That was it for that?
Yeah, that was it for that.
Let's go to Psalms. Psalms 139. Start at verse 20.
You still in that 2 Corinthians 13?
No, he finished it. No, he finished it off. The last verse was about the reprobate.
I'm gonna read this precept right quick. Ezekiel 18, verse 30. Therefore will I judge you, house of Israel, everyone according to his ways, says the Most High God. Repent and turn yourselves from all your transgressions, so iniquity shall not be your ruin.
That's a good one right there. Let's hit the Psalms, y'all. Let's get her done. We had Psalms 139. Yeah, Psalms 139. Started 20, brother. Love God.
Psalms 139, verse 20.
Start at 19.
Psalms 139, verse 19. Surely thou wilt slay the wicked, O Yahweh.
You hear that? See what the Most High doing to the wicked? He's slaying the wicked.
Surely thou wilt slay the
Surely,
wicked.
meaning it's gonna happen. It's gotta happen. He's slaying the wicked. Come on.
Depart from me, therefore, ye bloody men.
You hear that? Depart from me, bloody man. Come on.
For they speak against thee wickedly.
You hear that? They speak against you wickedly. You ain't done nothing to nobody. You go through scriptures, you be like, hold on. What law did I break against you? But yet and still, why are you speaking wickedly against me? Oh, because you're afraid of your own demons. Huh? You gotta point the finger. The finger pointing game. Come on.
And thine enemies take thy name in vain.
Come on.
Do not I hate, O Elohim, that hate thee.
You hear that? Don't I hate them because they hate you? And they show me they hate you because they wicked ways, because they pursuing me and I haven't done no wrong. Come on.
And am not I grieved with those that rise up against thee.
Come on.
I hate them with a perfect hatred.
You hear that? I hate them with a perfect hatred. And that's how you supposed to be when you looking in that mirror and you see them demons on you. When you cross-examine yourself, when you look at that reflection and you see them wrongs, you're supposed to hate it so much that you kill it. Kill it off. Kill that sin that's on you. And don't revive it. We have put our sin to death and then go doing CPR on it. You're right. What? For what?
Save the sin.
For what? That's like putting a dirty shirt and drawers on after you get out the shower.
Yo.
Not the same.
Not the same. Not the same. That's how messed up that is. It makes no sense. Huh? You've been smoking cigarettes all your life. You finally stopped. You stopped for 2 years and then one day you just smoke another one. Now you're smoking 85 packs a day. It's like, where did you... Like, why are we backtracking here? Why are you scared to look at you? Why are you scared to conquer yourself? Huh? Why are you scared to conquer yourself? And we act like it is cool that we sin like, we all fall short of the glory of God. We say that like it's a good thing. We actually say that like like we use that for an excuse to sin against ourselves.
You shouldn't be striving for that.
Right. That's not a good thing. At all. Yet again, we scared to look at the man in the mirror. We scared to look at their reflection. So we feel some type of way. We get in our feelings and our emotions about something that's not even, ain't nobody even transgress against you. And guess what you do? You point the finger at each other. You take counsel amongst each other. You don't make counsel with the wicked. You flee from it. You get away from it. We are at war. So if we at war, why are you speaking with the enemy? That is treason. Huh? You know what they do in treason with America? Let you commit treason against the state of America and you actually get charged with that. They will kill you. So if they do that in the flesh, how you think God operated? And he's over the greatest army ever existed in the universe. How you think he moving with people that commit treason? Huh? Bearing false witness on his godly men or his godly women. These charges are unforgivable unless you what? Repent.
Right.
People don't understand it. They're like, well, every sin forgivable, but killing yourself and blaspheming the Holy Ghost. Well, if you die in sin, that's unforgivable too. So what we need to be doing every day before we leave the house and before we lay down our heads, we need to be examining ourselves, meditating on our day, sharpening up on what we're doing wrong, start listening to the Word of God, and stop listening to yourself. Because yourself ain't getting you nowhere, as we see. Well, I just thought, well, I feel. Well, I don't want to know what you think, I don't want to know what you feel. Show me in Scripture. That is our ruler stick. So if we know the Scripture is our ruler stick, why do we go everywhere else for validation? Why? Anybody know why?
We sick.
We sick. This is what it is. Come on.
Verse 22. I hate them with a perfect hatred. I count them mine enemies.
Right?
Search me, O Yahweh.
You hear that? It says, search me. Search me, O Yahweh. Try the reins of my heart. For him to say that, he must have searched himself. Because if I know I'm off, I'm not going to ask God to search my heart. I'm off. So obviously he had examined himself before God searched him. He had examined himself. He looked at the reflection in the mirror. And that's why he able to speak against this and pray against his enemies. Because what are you doing praying against your enemies when you're your own enemy? You're praying against your own destruction. So obviously he's good in the heart. Well, he did have a heart like God. He's good within himself. He checked himself daily. He don't point the finger. when he get caught in his transgression and blame it on other people? Come on.
Search me, O Yahweh, and know my heart. Try me.
Hear that? Try me. Remember it said, examine yourselves and prove yourselves. He asked him, look, Yahweh, try me. Try me. Meaning that he's constantly what? Passing the test himself first. Don't before a test, you study. Don't you get flashcards and everything? And then you be like, dang, I missed that word right there. You know what I'm saying? It's spelled E-V-I-L, not I-V-E-L. All right, let me get that together. See how he examining himself, his mind, he going through the reins of his own mind before you go take the test? Why don't we do that? You study for your driver's license, you study for the curriculum at school. We study for everything, but we don't study ourselves. So you don't know yourself, but you know something that's deep within you that's wicked, and then you're scared to look in the mirror and correct. So instead, you blame other people for your demons. You blame other people for your sins. It's throwing rocks and hiding your hands. That's exactly what that is. That's exactly what that is. We got to check that with ourselves and then start worrying about what other people doing. Well, you lied and you did this. You shouldn't have fought him like that. Why you talk to her like that? Why you do him like that?
Right.
But it's like, okay, what did you do to even cause, like, it's always got to be, it just ain't me, man. It ain't me. It can't be. It take two to what? So let's both check ourselves first. Then let's come together, sit down, and then we can examine each other. And then after we, amen, we come to agree. We apologize for our sins and we repent. Lord, come search my heart. Search my heart. Try me. But you better be right if you ask for that.
Right.
Come on.
Try me and know my thoughts, and see if there be any wicked in me, and lead me in the way everlasting.
Everlasting. Come on, let's go to Job. Job 13. Let's run through these real quick, y'all. Yeah, Job 13. Start at 20, people. Reflection in the mirror. We gotta quit being scared of that. It's time to start facing ourselves. Examine yourself daily. Getting ready, because we at war. We was born into the war. It ain't like that you got to go to school and train up. We training while we fight. Literally. We learning swords by shooting, you know what I'm saying? We training while we fight. We have to be in the right mindset. And if we point fingers at each other, how is we gonna fight the enemy? We're gonna get caught blindsided each time, every time. I'm supposed to be watching your shoulder, you supposed to be watching my back. But instead, you pointing the finger at me and I'm stabbing you in your back.
Flank open.
Flank wide open.
Flank
wide open. It's time for us to quit pointing fingers and blaming people for our demons and correct ours within ourselves first. And fight a mighty war. But you can't do that without a woman. And if your house ain't in order, you can't be trying to get somebody else's house in order. Focus on yours first, and then we can bang hard. But look, in the meantime, though, while you taking these steps back, guess what? The war don't stop. The war don't stop. Come on, you bro. Job 13, started at 20.
Job chapter 13, verse 20.
Yeah. Get it done.
Job chapter 13, verse 20. Only do not two things unto me, then I will not hide myself from thee. Withdraw thy hand far from me, and let not thy dread make me afraid. Then call thou, and I will answer, or let me speak, and answer thou me.
Come on, bro.
How many are mine iniquities and sins?
Hear that? How many are my iniquities and sins? If you read the Psalms, it says that we have more iniquities on our bodies that we committed than the hairs on our head. You know how much sin that is? That's you have sinned since you've been born to now. You have sinned more than the hairs on your head. How many hairs you got on your head? It's like millions of them, man.
Some of us not many.
Well, how many followers you got on your head?
Don't let it come out of.
But you see how serious that is? You see how much sin that is? Us as men have, and look, this is coming from somebody in the spirit. David was in the spirit. David had a heart like God. But you can tell David wasn't God. More iniquities abound on him than the hairs on his head. And we is not trying to correct that. We point out each other's sins. Negro, you dealing with a million of them. Go through and sift through the millions of yours and get your stuff together. Then come help me out. But don't be coming trying to pay me sin for sin. We having a sin contest now? Well, I feel that you did. Well, you did this too. Well, you said it first. Well, you ain't have to do this, but that's why I did that. Oh, so you sinned because I sinned. Oh, that makes sense.
Right, we all admit we're wrong.
Right. So, okay, what are we doing now? Where do we go from here?
If you don't do no more, I won't do no more.
You know what I'm saying? Look, let's quit playing patty cake in the spirit. Let's quit playing around with God. Quit playing yourself. You ain't playing nobody but yourself. That's right. Because at the end of the day, I'm not going to suffer for Brother Daniel. I'm not going to suffer from Sister Zipporah. I'm not going to suffer from my brother. I'm not going to suffer from none of y'all. I'm going to suffer for what? What I have done. Me. And guess what you're going to suffer for? For what you've done. So why not check that spirit instead of trying to check everybody else's? And then the thing is, if you have a problem with anybody that you cool with, why not holler at them? Why go around and try to save face and talk to other sinners behind the, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. You know what that's called? Crafty counsel. Crafty counsel. If I got an issue with you, I'm going to holler at you on the issue. I'm not going to holler at nobody else. That's backbiting. That's called tailbearing. Scriptures speak against that. That's the pointing finger thing. If you really had a problem with me, you would come to me. Unless you building a case or something. No, I don't know. But what do the Most High do though? Stay true to His word. Make sure you're not breaking no commandments. And look, He has set up a table in the midst of your enemies. And them same enemies that falsely accuse you, that pointed fingers. Just give it a year from now. And you will see. You will see who was really down with the Most High and who was really pointing fingers. You will see who was really self-examining themselves, repenting for their sins, and you will see who was trying to show face, trying to save face. Come on.
Verse 23 again. How many of mine iniquities and sins make me to know my transgressions and my sins?
You hear that? So he's not running from his sins.
That's right.
He's checking himself. He says, show me my transgression. Show me my sins, for I can do what? Repent from them. He ain't asking just to look at them. Oh man, that was crazy. No, he's trying to do this to repent. Notice he's not calling out nobody else. Notice he ain't pointing fingers at everybody else for what they done did. He's checking on who? Himself. He's looking at what in the mirror? His reflection. Come on.
Wherefore hidest thou thy face, and holdest me for thine enemy?
Come on.
Wilt thou break a leaf driven to and fro, and wilt thou purpose the dry stubble? Pursue the dry stubble.
Nah, you won't. Like, why would you pour water in the glass that got a hole at the bottom? Why do we do that? We be like, I'm thirsty. It'll be a hole. Let me pour some water in there. What is that doing for you? You're drinking in vain, you're eating in vain, you're sinning in vain, and then you're masquerading as light. You acting like you this goody two-shoes, like you wrapped in this light and you in righteousness, but behind closed doors, you sinning and blaming other people for your sin, all because you afraid to cross-examine yourself. We read it too much. It happened in the garden. They hid amongst fig trees. When they got caught doing their sin and they heard that voice in the garden, they immediately did what? Talked about the other sins that other people did.
That's right.
No, I'm talking to you. What did he tell Adam? No, I told you. Huh? Come on.
For thou writest bitter things against me, and makest me to possess the iniquities of my youth. Thou puttest my feet also in the stocks, and lookest narrowly unto all my paths. Thou settest a print upon the heels of my feet, and he, as a rotten thing, consumeth, as a garden that is moth-eaten.
You hear that? So look, the accuser is always at you. Always. The accuser is always on your head. Always. Every time you turn right, he's at the left. Every time you turn left, he's at the right.
Right.
You know why? Because he is embedded in your flesh. And that's the only thing you can't escape. Without your flesh, you can't live in this reality. But you're going to be charged for everything you did in this reality. Meaning that your enemy is what? The enemy you. Why not bang against him? Why not look into that mirror and fight instead of hiding, ducking, low running, and pointing fingers? Makes no sense. Get around y'all way too much. You finish that off? All right, let's get it. Jeremiah 17.
All right, let me hit this Romans 2 real quickly, bro.
Let me cross that off.
Daniel Solomon, that's a rock first.
Yeah, just
I got a few verses.
Yeah, just a couple verses real quick, just while he was in that spirit.
Joel got his hand.
All right, let's yell it out. We'll write it down.
Matthew 21 28 that part.
Yeah, we just write it down.
21 and 28. Yeah.
Check Matthew chapter 21.
Yeah, 21 ain't about two sons.
21 and verse 28.
Yeah.
All right, Dan, I got to go ahead. I got
Okay, Sirach chapter 10, verse 19.
It's up on the board, y'all.
Ecclesiasticus, whichever.
Yeah, I'll get 5.
Y'all, just to piggyback off of what bro was saying, because y'all, the fear of the Lord is what we want. You know, the last verse he read, it said, make me to know my sins. So the script makes you to know your sins, because that's a lot of times you can go back to church if you ain't been in a while. When you did go to church, or you come down here, you say it sounded like the preacher was talking to me. Well, what happened is you were saying, I need to go back to get right. So when you hear something, that's what you heard just made you know your sin.
Yeah.
That sounded like that was talking about me.
Yeah.
You know, some take it personally. You know, did he pick them scripts personally out of me? No, like we were sitting down, it's gonna get early in December today. No, it just happened. It was made known to you, your sin, like, I'm sure Matt can hit that in the Romans too.
Yeah.
Paul said, you know, what showed his sin. But this is Sirach chapter 10, verse 19. They that fear the Lord are a sure seed, and they that love him an honorable plant. They that regard not the law are a dishonorable seed. They that transgress the commandments are a deceivable seed. Among brothers, he that is chief is honored. So are they that fear the Lord in his eyes. The fear of the Lord goeth before the obtaining of authority, but roughness and pride is the losing thereof. Whether he be rich, noble, or poor, the glory is the fear of the Lord. It is not meet to despise the poor man that hath understanding, neither is it convenient to magnify a sinful man.
Wow. Brag on them sinners, man.
Yeah.
That's it for that?
Yeah. Let me read that last verse 24.
Gotcha.
Great men and judges and potentates shall be honored. Yet is there none of them greater than he that feareth the Lord.
That's right. That's right. This right here is Romans the 2nd chapter. And it's going down the Most High, not a respecter of persons.
Straight up.
And it's going back into the judgment, basically going over what brother talking about the whole time. throw out judgments and leave your flank wide open. Or be doing the same exact thing.
Yeah.
For example, like we'll go down and rebuke the so-called gay pride fest. But everybody out there rebuking you better not be no sodomite. You can't be, a closet freak somewhere and on camera be down there like, repent! You're going down! You know what I'm saying? But you got some things going on the other side of midnight that ain't seen me for no man. You dig? So just to give that type of example, that's being hypocritical.
Yeah, that was what whooped Eddie Thone down so bad because he was with Martin Luther King's daughter on a crusade, a march against feminine and the gay pride parade, but yet he had the little boys locked in the closet. So it was a secrecy, and he wouldn't release them.
Not examining himself.
He was pointing the finger at them. I got 5 rocks I'm gonna throw.
See that?
And then when they hoisted him up like he was a king, he still didn't repent and still ain't thrown none of them rocks yet.
He knew it was over him.
Yeah, so we was looking for the rocks to say they just bearing false witness against me. None of them have ever been around me. They can prove this and that. He never said like this, so the members turn out and they go down to Creflo Dollar's church and he send them back. Why y'all come down here? Y'all run off and leave? He just had an accident. Oh, so he got rear-ended, or he doing some rear-ended. Some rear-ended accident. So he sent him back, and instead of ever repent, he go even deeper into his sin and get hoisted up like he the Ark of the Covenant, like he the Lord.
Right in the Torah.
You got 4 men holding you up like you're a Levitical priest holding up the Ark of the Covenant, and you got in muscle shirts and Bible shorts with no underwear on poses. For men.
And denied it all the way to his death, talking about he was a vegan. Bro, you got something in the back?
I was going to say this, I noticed also there was a voice on Creflo who was leading the charge of the
And so, the whole thing, telling the crowd, come on, y'all.
Yeah, he's a king.
But he looking like, I'm messing up raw. I'm messing up bad. Right. But he was willing to take anything instead of step down. But all he would have lost was his bishop status. He wouldn't have lost his soul. He could have had a time to repent, but he chose not to. It was too big for him to step down.
He could be scared of looking in the mirror.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I believe if he had went on ahead and admitted it, he could have saved a lot of people and himself.
Right, absolutely.
Now he was scared of that thing in the mirror though. That reflection in the mirror, boy, I'm telling you.
Or if you didn't do it by law, you gotta speak up about that. Like, hey, no, all that's false.
Right.
I ain't making none of it. Ain't no settling out of court on the table. Ain't none of that. You know what I'm saying? That's a major felony crime in the eyes of in the courts of heaven and on earth. Yeah. You dig? You being accused of, man.
Yeah.
Flat out. So if you hadn't done it, you supposed to speak up and be like, oh no, man, ain't no cop, no police, none of that. I ain't did none of that. That's what it is. That's a lie. You feel me? Or, mumble on down and repent. Ain't no settling out of court either.
Right.
Paying folks off under the table, doing all types of stuff. Man, Most High is never mocked.
Right.
Never mocked. When you done playing around, that's what we're going in today. Like, you can play around to that water sliding down that drain.
Right.
We circling the drain out here, but you know that sound that water finally slide down that drain? Yeah. Lights out. Ain't nothing to play around with, man. This right here is in Romans, the 2nd chapter. Romans chapter 2. I'm going to start at verse 1. I'm going to read 1 through 11. It's going into the same type of what brother's saying. Like, you casting stones, but you understand? You just as guilty. Romans, the 2nd chapter. And what it do is make everybody take this walk way more serious.
That's right.
Right now you're playing patty cake with the Lord.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, what does bro say all the time? Well, wakey, eggs and bacon. You can't look, you at war, man. You can't play with singing ladies. new jack on the block or something. No, this is dead real.
You at war with only 24 hours, and half of us ain't gonna even make that.
Less than 24.
Less than 24 hours. You got one day, and you around BS, and you ain't even checking on your spirit, making sure your spirit good. You know what I'm saying? What you mean you want to visit the world? You want to have $1 million for the first time. You're supposed to be trying to get rid of them sins.
Right.
You got 24 hours to live.
Right.
The doctor told us there's no cure for this. You have to die in this flesh. It's just what it is. So what we supposed to be doing? Looking at the reflection in the mirror, examine ourselves, making sure that we're good before we give up that ghost. Not warring with each other. I'm trying to, hey, look, forgive me, I did this back to you today. I don't know if you were still mad at me or not. Hey, forgive me, brother. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to be right and wrong. Not stacking up against them and pointing fingers at each other. We don't have enough time in our day for that.
See, and the main reason y'all have to understand that too is because you say a lot. St. Louis is small. So if you have war with somebody, St. Louis is small. So, I mean, where you gonna be that may not be? And there's gonna always be that contention wherever you go. You got to try to bring some form of peace to that matter with the Most High on your side. You know, and that'll take care of your enemy for you that you may not see while you don't last in the car. Right. You know, he go to attack and have a heart attack before he get out the car. You never knew this. Lord had your back because your heart had turned that I don't want to have to do this, but if it comes down to this, you know, I've tried everything I could. The Lord will move that problem out of the way. You know, but we got to just trust, and a lot of that we won't do because, like I said, we won't blame him. If you tell the Lord, if I'm wrong about this, chastise me too. But I need this heat off right here. It's causing a problem for me to continue moving forward. And you read that, you know, look at say offended like we was talking. Somebody asked what was that Genesis 32 and 32, where do you technically don't eat sinew or the bone anymore? But when you go back and really look at it, Jacob was scared to death. Esau was hanging out with his boys. And the Lord told me, he said, I got your back. Don't worry about Esau and the 400 men. You, your sons, and their wives going to be okay. And the rest of it, as Shmuel just broke it down. I kind of went around the circle, but he just broke it down. He said, it's just the faith in the Most High. I'm going to cripple you so you can know to lean on me. Right. Don't worry about it. When you get into the next verse, 33, you'll see that he met Esau. And when Esau saw them angels, scared him to death, he backed off. He like, let him come through. But he had to get Jacob straight first to let him know, you know, you need my power and strength. I don't care how strong or what the word is about you in the neighborhood. Sooner or later, you're going to run into something tougher than you, and you're going to need to lean on it. So it was technically about eating that part of the flesh no more, because was we eating it up from Adam up until that time. So, you know, without understanding, we'll think we can eat away sin or get rid of sin by not eating. That's physically. But spiritually, y'all, we got to stay on game. Go ahead, man.
Romans, the 2nd chapter. Romans chapter 2, and start at verse 1. Romans chapter 2, verse 1. Therefore, thou art inexcusable, O man, whosoever thou art that judges. For wherein thou judges another, thou condemnest thyself.
So you condemn yourself. You calling out transgression, you better be ready to put your own self in the hot seat. Don't let it be the same transgression that you're doing too. And that be the thing. We'll point out everybody else's sins and what they doing wrong. Okay, what have you done to other people? What have you done to this person that you claim done this to you? Come on, Hebrew.
For thou that judgest doest the same thing. But we are sure that the judgment of Yah is according to truth against them which commit such things.
You hear that? Only time God judging if it's for sin. He's not making up false sins. He's not accusing you of false sins. Like if God put the hammer down, you did it. You did it. That's point blank period. All the evidence is in the courtroom. We be judging with no evidence.
Right.
all off of feelings and emotions. And then don't even use the rulers stick to judge. So hold on, I committed sin and I transgressed you because I did what? I didn't call back.
Right.
Where is that in scripture?
Right.
Well, it ain't in scripture, but I feel. Oh, okay. Okay, I see what type of court we in.
Right.
Huh? Come on.
Verse 3. And thinkest thou this, O man, that judgest them which do such things, and doest the same, that thou shalt escape the judgment of God?
Really? You can't escape the judgment of God. You're trying to hide your transgression by pointing out the same transgression on somebody else.
Right.
Most I like, Negro, I see you. You ain't got away with nothing. Just because you don't want to look in the mirror, don't mean that I ain't looking at you. Huh? So whether you choose to look at the reflection in the mirror or not, guess who's looking at you? Most High. And he trying to range of the heart. He going through them subconscious, the involuntary brain. And he's combing it with a fine-tooth comb. Huh? You better search the reins of your heart before you holler. Come on, Hebrew.
Verse 4. Or despisest thou the riches of his goodness and forbearance and long suffering, not knowing that the goodness of Yah leadeth thee to repentance.
You got Yah in your heart, the goodness of him that'll lead you to repent. You read what you was off at. You looked in the mirror. You examined yourself. All right, I can't be judged and hurt when I done did this. Dang, okay, I could have said that bad. You know what I'm saying? I was a little harsh with my word. That probably what provoked the spirit to do this. But we don't even do that.
Right.
We be stuck up, prideful, and stubborn as hell. When you know you be off, so. Negro, know he be off.
Because of tough talk.
I'm telling you.
Oh, okay, nigga.
You
ready to apologize? Man! That's how we.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? But look, the thing is though, we at war. I don't want my brother or my sister, especially the ones I see every day, to have no fault against me. What happened when the devil show up trying to put me down? You gonna turn the blind eye? So look, I'd rather let's keep it on, look, there's no respect to person. The law is not above nobody. Let's hold everybody to that. Because that's the only thing that trumps everybody. Huh? Christ had to follow him. He is the law in flesh. So if he held himself to them standards, then we got to hold each other to them standards. And hold yourself to that standard first, then be like, look, brother, I think you was off on earth. But don't tell me that I'm off and I'm wrong when you just came, you wiping your mouth out. Pulling up to me, you clean out your mouth. You just got done eating. What you just got done doing? Huh? You still got crumb residue on your lips. Pointing at mine.
Rusty lips.
For real. You just eating of transgression. But look, I know you got something on your lips. All right, you got crumbs on yours too. So maybe we both need to go back to our separate homes, stare at our reflection in our mirror and examine ourselves. Then let's holler at it. It starts with self. It starts with self. Salvation starts with you. It starts with you. What's up, big bro? Look, it's on the list too. You might well get it there. All right, you can get it there.
Verse 5. Verse 5. But after thy hardness and impenitent heart, treasures up unto thyself wrath against the day of wrath and revelation of the righteous judgment of Yah, who will render to every man according to his deeds.
According to his feelings?
His deeds.
His deeds. You're going to get judged by breaking the law, sinning, not hurting feelings, but by sinning. Come on.
To them who by patient continuance and well-doing seek for glory and honor and immortality, eternal life.
Really? So in order for you to even seek for that, you have to have a patient spirit and you have to examine yourself daily. If you don't, how you know you're going off? Huh? If you just passing, sleeping through day to day, thinking you righteous, what is the measuring stick there? And how do you measure the measuring stick? You have to slow down, you have to go through your day and literally put the law up and be like, okay, I didn't steal, I didn't kill, I didn't commit adultery. You know what I'm saying? Just because I said asshole, that don't mean I'm going to the lake. So just because I said that, now I'm sinning? No, that's not the measuring stick. It's not the measuring stick. What about the laws and commandments that God gave us? Not your laws on feelings. Huh? So if we know that the measuring stick is the law, shouldn't we be holding each other to that?
That's right.
Not feelings and not none of that. But you got to hold yourself to the law first. You're accountable of your own sin first. So before you point the finger at me, get yourself right. Because the worst thing is when somebody point a finger at you and you point it back. Huh? You gonna deal with what you gonna deal with what I got to say? I seen some things too. So look, don't be trying to pull bones out of each other's closet. Clean your closet first, and then go help your brother clean his. Do that. Don't be, hey, man, you need to clean them bones. No, let me help you out. But look, I just got done cleaning mines too. You know what I'm saying? Now that's falling short of the glory of God. Not saying, oh, y'all fall short. I'm gonna sin again, brother. Can't wait. Can't wait. Ain't no man ever not sin but God. Like, that's not a good thing.
You're defeated already. You're defeated already, bro.
Makes no sense because you scared to check yourself. You scared to look at the reflection in the mirror and put yourself in the hot seat and challenge yourself. Huh? Like I said, you better search the reins of your heart before God.
No doubt. Holler at him before he holler at you up.
For real, hey, for real.
Verse 8, but unto them that are contentious and do not obey the truth, but obey unrighteousness, indignation and wrath, tribulation and anguish, upon every soul of man that doeth evil, of the Jew first, and also of the Gentiles, the glory, honor, and peace to every man that worketh good, to the Jew first, and also to the Gentile. For there is no respect of persons with the Most High.
You hear that? No respect of persons. Everybody is held accountable of their own sin. So look, it's time to start getting it together as individuals and then helping one another. You can't help me if you ain't helped yourself.
Right.
You can't. Huh? I need a ride. How you gonna come pick me up and you ain't got no car? What, we gonna walk together? Meet in a mutual place or something? What's going on here? Spiritually speaking.
Alright, that's it for that, huh?
Alright, look, we got Jeremiah. Look at Jeremiah 17. A couple more scriptures, y'all. We get out of here. Just going over the reflection in the mirror. Our doctor, our healer of the nation, told us that we only have 1 day to live. What we ought to be doing. Huh?
You said Jeremiah what, bro?
17, bro.
Jeremiah 17. Y'all don't know too, we got up on the board the laws and scriptures condemning talebearing.
Yeah.
Or gossiping. You did, so y'all write them down too and study them. Proverbs 18:8, Proverbs 20:19, Leviticus 19:16, there's many others as well. Get your search on when you get to the crib and type in talebearing.
Yeah.
And you'll see the Most High ain't nowhere near down with gossiping.
Right.
Telling another man's mouth. You know what I'm saying? Should nobody's situation come off your lips to nobody else. If you have a problem and an issue with somebody inside this assembly, or anybody, period, be man and woman enough to go to the source. Huh? Why are you pointing out somebody else's transgression to somebody else? Huh? But hiding your own.
No. Hey, y'all remember that show used to come on back in the day in Living Color?
Yeah.
You remember old girl, Miss Bonita?
Miss Bonita.
I ain't the one to gossip, you ain't heard nothing from me.
Yeah.
She knew everybody's business.
Right.
And was sure telling it too, boy.
It probably was wicked as all get out.
Right there. I ain't the one to gossip, you ain't heard that from me. And she know everybody's business. Running a trap all day. Right. You don't want to be a Miss Bonita Israelite. It's a bad tag to have on you, but you don't need all of that. Oh my God. Here this person comes.
Right.
Come on with Jeremiah 17, start at verse 9. What
We got you, bro. Bro, Mike, you got that? You got it? There's other scriptures too, probably like 4 or 5 more. Y'all can search that on your own tailbearer scriptures. Yes, Steve, you're doing for it now.
Jeremiah 17, verse 9. How we look? The heart is deceitful above all things.
Hear that? Above all things, the mind is deceitful. Come on.
And desperately wicked.
And desperately wicked. You know how to be desperate? Like meaning you long to sin. You long to do wicked. And it's deceitful above all things. So, if we know this, why are you telling me how you feel and what's on your mind without the measuring stick? We need the measuring stick, which is what? The Word of God. Why don't we do that? But we be on the streets and we quick to pull this precept right here. Huh? Because they be like, God know my heart. Jeremiah 17, verse 9.
Your heart is wicked.
Hey, all right, so apply it to yourself. Huh? That's one of the precepts you first learned coming into the truth. Huh? But we never actually stop and examine this scripture. Huh? Apply this to yourself as individuals. Use the measuring stick and look in the mirror. So if your heart is deceitful and desperately wicked above all things, come on.
Who can know it?
Who can know it? Who can know it? I don't know what's on your mind. I don't know what's on your mind, God knows. Only God knows. Come on.
I, the Lord, search the heart. I try the rein.
Hear that? He searched the heart. He tried the rein. He tried your conscience. Knowing this, shouldn't you be searching first? Huh? Y'all see how dope dealers do? They don't never bring nothing back to the crib. What's somebody kicking the door? They all them little knickknacks and spots, everything going down the toilet. They up under the couches, they up under the mattress, inside their shoes, shoe boxes, everything. That's how we supposed to be with sin. Like, hold on, let me get the cabinets. Huh? Let me find this leather. Let me get rid of this sin, this debt. Huh? Because if the feds find it, I'm doing life. In federal time, you have to do every bit of it. Huh? Come on. Speaking spirit. Come on, you bro.
Even to give every man according to his ways and according to the fruit of his doing.
You hear that? So not only is he going to examine you, he's going to judge you. So before you take that real judgment, why not judge yourself? That way when you do search, hey, your career came up clean. You don't got to go to court. Well, if you do go to court, you pass. Huh? So when are we going to actually start looking in this mirror and examining ourselves? When are we going to really be serious about this war we're in and really start fighting sin? When are we going to stop terror-barreling on one another, getting together, talking about other people's sin, or folly, or falsehood? When are we really going to uplift each other and look out for one another? But you can't do none of these things unless you look out for self first. Unless you check self first. Unless you look in the mirror first and fix what you got going on. Otherwise, there's going to be a lot of things going on. That's it. Come on, baby.
As the partridge sitteth on eggs and hatcheth them not, so he that getteth riches and not by right shall leave them in the midst of his days, and at his end shall be a fool.
One more verse.
A glorious high throne from the beginning is the place of our sanctuary.
Straight up. That's home. Let's go to Psalms 32. Let's go down before that. Yeah. After Psalm 32, you know before that. Psalm 32, y'all. Reflection in the mirror. You can start at 1. Here we go. 1 to 5.
Psalm chapter 32. Blessed is he whose transgression is forgiven.
You hear that?
Whose sin is covered.
You saying it's covered, whose transgression is forgiven. Come on.
Blessed is the man unto whom the Lord imputeth not iniquity, and in whose spirit there is no guile.
Yeah.
When I kept silence, my bones waxed old through my roaring all the day long.
Read that again.
When I kept silence, my bones waxed old through my loin all the day long. For day and night thy hand was heavy upon me. My moisture is turned into the drought of summer. Selah. I acknowledge my sin unto thee.
He had to acknowledge his sin. His sin was killing him. He's trying to hide. Huh? He waxing old, quick. His bones drying up. He's been decrepit. All because he's not willing to self-examine. He's denying himself. All because he's afraid to look in the mirror. But see, look, he had enough wisdom to understand that, like, hold on, maybe I need to cross-check myself real quick. Huh? He growing older, gray hair is coming. Huh? He like, what's going on here? Oh, I haven't looked in the mirror. Let me check myself. Come on.
I acknowledge my sin unto thee, and mine iniquity have I not hid.
You hear that? He brought him out. He didn't hide his iniquity. He looked in the mirror through fear of the Lord. That's right. He cross-examined himself, and he got it together. Right. Why are we not doing the same thing? Scared of yourself when you supposed to be fearing your house. Huh? What that song say? Hey, better them than the Lord after me. That's right. Huh? It's better I get visited by one of you Negroes than get visited by the Lord. So look, let me get myself together first. Let me check on me. Let me look. Let me put myself in the IC. Dang, it's all right. I was talking to her crazy. I could have did this better. That might have been a stumbling block. Well, hey, man, you know what? Dang, you're right. I could have broke the truth off this way, and you know what I'm saying? I wanted to, you know what I'm saying? Like, go through your day, see what you was off on.
Yeah.
See what you was off on, and then the next day, make it happen. But it's impossible for you to do that if you constantly telling me what I'm doing wrong. And half the wrong you saying I'm doing, by law, I'm not even wrong. Because you don't even know how to rightfully use your measuring stick, which is the word of God. He wrote.
What's that word?
Selah. Selah. Selah just means the end. The end.
Meditate, reflect, pause.
It's done.
Meditate, reflect, pause.
Come on with me.
Verse 5. I acknowledge my sin unto thee, and mine iniquity have I not hid. I say, I will confess my transgressions unto the Lord.
You hear that? He's going to confess it. He's going to deal with it. Come on.
And thou forgavest the iniquity of my sin. Selah.
You see that? So you can be forgiven for your sins if you do what? All you got to do is examine yourself, find it, and repent from it. Right. And look, you have a better chance in pointing a finger. I mean, which one you gonna go for? You either gonna face yourself or face the Lord. I'd rather face myself first. That way when I come into the Lord, I got more confidence. You know what I'm saying? On Judgment Day, for the Negroes that didn't look in the mirror, boy, that's gonna be a sad day for them. Yeah. It's gonna be a sad day for them. Because he gonna play back all your sins. Yeah, right. You done forgot them because you ain't been checking. You just building up debt. You just building up debt. Building up debt. Come on.
For this shall everyone that is godly pray unto thee in a time when thou mayst be found. Surely in the floods of great waters they shall not come nigh unto him. Thou art my hiding place. Thou shalt preserve me from trouble. Thou shalt compass me about with songs of deliverance. Selah.
You hear that? He said, look, he ain't hiding amongst himself. He hiding in the bosom of the Lord. But the only way you can do that and go for refuge to him, you gotta check yourself first. You gotta check yourself. You ain't dwelling in him when it's evil inside of you. So you gotta go to that mirror, get your fine-tooth comb through, acknowledge your sin, be forgiven for him, then you can hide in the bosom of the Lord. Now you can help your brother work on his transgression. But you ain't helping nobody work on their transgression if you stay in transgression. You're working in vain. And you're a hypocrite. And unless your righteousness exceeds the righteousness of the Pharisees, which are some of the biggest hypocrites on planet Earth, then what? You shall not inherit the kingdom, man. So what we got going on is some mediocre Phariseeism. And look, it's not even over the law. It's over feelings. Why are we so prone to give ear to bull? We be waiting to hear some bad news. For what? Start checking it at the door. Look, I need to holler at her. I need to holler at him. Or hey, you quit bringing me about what, nah, go holler at him. He's the problem, holler at. Why is you hollering at me? Why is you pointing the finger at me? And most of the time, y'all see that the people pointing the finger, them the ones that be hiding the most sins. Hey, for real. And just look, keep diligent, go hard in the work, don't stop working, keep your head low, ask for look, be honored and have humility. Look up a year from now, all the people that falsely accuse you don't be nowhere around. I'm telling you. You will look up, they fall off. So, oh, you were sent. You were sent, circling the drain. Huh? Stop putting water in cups that don't have a bottle to it. Makes no sense. We done with that? Yeah. Let's hit a limitation. No, matter of fact, hit that Matthew 7.
Before you do that, because we got the Sunday doctrine that teach the law and done away with it and ain't no sin. This is New Testament, that 1 John 1:8.
What?
Because it's the same exact language.
Let's hear it.
It's the
same spirit.
Yeah. So what we're talking about is when the word gonna come out. Well, ain't no law. Where if it ain't no law, then it ain't no sin. According to Romans 4:15, where there's no law, there's no sin. So this is why they teach Sunday doctrine. We ain't under the law no more. Well, what are you under? So that's how they get away with I don't sin. Well, why you going to church then?
Right.
Would you get up there and going for what? I mean, ain't no law, ain't no sin. I mean, who are you proving your good works to? Right. And if I don't, what's the recourse for me? No, I'm going to stay here and watch football. Ain't no sin in doing this, is it? Why I got to go to church? For what? Get Lord some of my time. Why? Is it a sin not to? And they want to say, yeah, but they can't. Because they say it ain't no law. Right. Because sin is what?
1 John 3:4.
You can't have both of them.
Hey, can we start back with the 5? Go ahead. Let me read it. The book of 1 John, chapter 1. The first epistle, general of John. Chapter 1, let's start at verse 5. The letter of John, not the gospel of John, the letter of John. 1 John chapter 1, let's start at verse 5. This then is the message which we have heard of him and declare unto you, that the Most High is light, and in him is no darkness at all. If we say that we have fellowship with him and walk in darkness, we lie. We lie and do not the truth.
You heard that? You a masquerade of life. You did the same thing Satan did. You a masquerade. You was a pretender. Huh?
If we say we have no sin.
Right. You say you have you was a pretender. Like, come on now. The whole thing is to stop sin. He healed you. Your doctor healed you. Even though you still got one day to live, he said, go forth, sin no more. For this, hey, don't sin the rest of this time you alive, don't sin and self-examine yourself. It'll look good for you at the end. Come on, bro.
Verse 7. But if we walk in the light, as he is in the light, we have fellowship one with another. The blood of Jesus Christ, Yahushua Messiah, his son, cleanses us from all sin. If we say that we have no sin, we deceive ourselves, and the truth is not in us. If we confess our sins, he is faithful and just to forgive us our sins and to cleanse us from all unrighteousness. If we say that we have not sinned, we make him a liar, and his word is not in us.
Yeah, so y'all see clearly that if you don't acknowledge him, but the problem is with the law being done away, it's not practiced every Sunday. What's practiced is the church covenant.
Yeah, feelings.
And feelings. And those, make sure you hit down that aisle, one finger You tipping light. You taking the light. Softness, you know, and it just lists the whole up. But when you have no commandment, you will never know what sin is.
Yeah, because how you going to
It's
defend
impossible.
yourself? How you going to defend yourself, Dad?
You can't.
You don't have no honesty.
And that's why you say ain't no judgment. The next thing they say, well, ain't no judgment. I don't sin. What God judging about what?
Right.
Laws. Laws. Then why is the attack on the devil on Sunday? Right. What is he going to be judged for?
Right. See?
Why was the lake of fire for him? What's the difference in him and you? And you're doing the same thing that he taught.
Y'all look the devil in the kingdom was left up to y'all.
Right.
Get the devil.
And that's where the mindset will go. At the end, he'll forgive everybody. He'll be hugging and crying. And y'all come on in. And I thought you were no devil. Quit messing with them little boys. Just chill. You was a bad pedophile. Well, come on.
No. You sadly mistaken.
I mean, I've heard it said that it don't matter what you did, God gonna open the gates up.
Man.
Here you go, here you go.
What you got? You got the Matthew and you got the Sirach?
No, right.
Do the Sirach first.
We got the upper two, just in case y'all know the biblical definitions for sin. 1 John 3 and 4, sin is the breaking of God's law. And also Romans 4 and 15, if there's no law, then there's no sin. So how you telling folks to get saved?
Right.
Stop gang banging, baby. I said, get saved. Stop stripping, honey. There ain't no laws.
Right.
They believe like you. They believe Jesus is the Son of God.
Right.
But y'all know better. Y'all know better. And on top of that, being as a so-called church on every corner, there should be some type of spiritual revolution going on within the black community. Shit. Right. There should be some type of healing or something going on. Stop. You know better. These cats is getting their money and going back out to their houses, you feel me, and leaving the problems down here with us cold sinners.
Right.
That's what's happening. That's what's happening. There should be some type of spiritual revolution. The devil should be getting his rear end kicked past his shoulder blades in the ghetto.
Right.
It's a church on every corner.
Right.
It's a church on every corner. But 9 times out of 10, the elders even scared of the brothers in the street. Stop. Stop. These prophets wasn't scared of Israel. Came right to him. Nathan came right to David when he found out David was tripping. David had all power to kill Nathan. He like, look, I'm sent by the Lord, man. Hey, this is what happened. You dig? What should happen to this man? David says, the Lord live, he need to die. When you speak of yourself. And David ain't trying to make no excuse. Say, nigga, you talking to me too rough. He said, oh man, you showed right time. I need to repent.
He examined himself quick.
They fell on his face. You see, so again, what brother's going into is dead real, because today we turn a blind eye to it, nigga. But guess what? You send somebody to the judgment over your feelings. Y'all making up sins around here. He was drinking a Budweiser. Right. What are y'all doing? But we gonna turn a blind eye to the pedophilia and the molestation that's going on.
Right.
We're gonna turn a blind eye to the little children being kidnapped. We just gonna hush it away. It's okay. Nah, man, this is dead real. This is wartime. How about we man the front lines and stand up and fight this spiritual war? How we supposed to, man? If you love your brother, you're gonna lay your life down for him. Right. Not play patty cake with him. When you see all that iniquity happening, man, no, bro, we're supposed to stop that. Stop that. We ain't supposed to be doing that. We gonna get killed if we continue doing that. Right up. Yeah, it may rattle us a little bit, but hey, the baker cake, you gotta crack some eggs. It's okay. In the end, he'll be better for it. All right, let's get it, people.
Let's get it done. So, go ahead, sir.
Ecclesiastes, Sirach chapter 19, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 19, verse 18.
We're going to do that 6 too, so we'll stay in here real quick.
I thought that did that 19 already.
No, I did. Later, verse 18. But just want to do, because we're speaking of the term, verse 19 to 6. 19 to 6. Yeah, Mark also.
I'm almost there.
And they get on the tail.
Sir, one second.
And y'all, what we got going on, y'all, in a lot of these doctrines is called vampire doctrine. That they don't want to see the light passes through them. And not only that, but they don't want to see their reflection in the mirror.
Yeah.
The reflection in the mirror shows them who they are. When they look, they see how hideous they are. So it makes them go back into the dark and hide. And then they wait in the dark. And they just put their cape over victims and suck the blood from them in the dark. And they sleep all day in the dark. You know, don't want no light coming on. Light kills. You know, so it's that vampire doctrine. You know, when you won't self-examine, you're going to always go back into your darkness. And if that means cussing somebody out, you will.
And notice, vampires don't have a reflection when they get in the mirror. They're afraid to examine themselves. Ain't no reflection. What is that right there?
Yeah, and the reason silver come up because silver is pure. You know, and they can't stand that. And then a mirror is laid down with like aluminum or silver foil, and then the glass is put on top of it. So that pure silver is what they can't see because it's pure. That's why they got pure with a silver bullet. They don't want nothing pure around. If they see anything pure, or like they see themselves, they don't want to see themselves pure because they can't let go. They trapped in that scene. You know, it's terrible when you get trapped in your secret scene. Because that's what he's going to lay on the line to you. You ready to let it go before you take your last breath. You will get a change. You know, it's the deal, will I let go when the hour of temptation or hour of trial come upon me? Will I let go of that secret scene? Y'all, them the ones we just will not shake. Throw away everything else, but you got to fast on something else. I know it's there, that's my text. I ain't gonna mess with it. That's my text. And you are You fooling yourself. You already got your instructions on that.
I see them trying to smoke. Eat this box will remember.
Right.
I know.
You playing a dirty game. It's like anybody, you had a battle with drugs, cigarettes, alcohol, whatever it may be. You cannot, you must not count how long it's been. Counting will cause you to go back. Because you'll be saying to yourself, 20 years and I ain't had a squirt. And the minute tragedy come in your life, the first thing come in your mind is what used to stop me from going off or calm me down, and you reach back forward. So now you're trusting back in a device. And that's what brings it on 7 times stronger because the house has been cleansed out. And you put him back in there, he brings his bars. He's like, oh, the party is back. Oh, clean vessel over here, y'all. I need 6 more, y'all. Come on. He wide open to this, and then they go from 1 beer to 6 beer, from 1 pack of cigarettes to 3 packs a day, and then, God forbid, you on one of them attaching to your souls like crack or heroin, because $10 is too much and 10 million ain't enough. Because once you start, you on that road. You know, so y'all, we gotta be extra careful, y'all, that we don't do vampirism and fool ourselves and won't look in the mirror. You know who that is.
You remember that movie Vampire Work?
Yes, sir.
With Eddie Murphy back in the day.
Yeah.
That preacher was evil is good.
Yeah, they flip it around. And the choir was like, evil is good. The band took up in the choir. Evil is good. Evil. And then his heart caught on fire for doing this. Right. But it was all about secret sins because that's what the vampire was telling. You don't have to worry about that. You know, keep on doing that. Y'all, when a lot of these movies are all for our ammunition, you know, we look at it and think it's just a movie, but when you start to look with these eyes and spiritual eyes, you see the message right in front of you because our adversary don't hide anything. Right. And I'm saying, let's move on just like Good Times and every episode of the Black Jesus versus the White Jesus. Both of them are idolatry. They was gambling with one, the black one, he was a good luck charm. The white one was a perseverance and get me through hard time. But yet when Michael read the scripture, nothing else was said about what he read. She acknowledged it. It sure is. It says his eyes are red as fire and his hair like wool. That's in the Bible. They put that on TV for you to see. But then they mocked it out. No wonder them scriptures saying it's Ned the wino. But it's the same exact language that the Pharisees were saying about the Messiah. He's a drunkard. He's a wino. He's a glutton. He's all of this. That's all he do. So they turned it from them scriptures right back to that. And she ended up putting one back up there. First they had two of them up there. A white and black eye. And they looking and talking to that made with a man's hand. It's the only God I know, the only one I can.
Straight back.
James like, no, we hanging on to black Jesus. I didn't get fired at all today. It's a fire-proof episode for y'all with black Jesus.
Hey, look. What was the name of the Jewish cat that produced Good Time?
Norman Little.
Straight up. So, look, he produces, so he had to okay in Revelation 1:13-15 to get ready. Where he described the Messiah as a dark-skinned man with green hair and red eyes. You feel me? So they even know, but then they mocked it out your mind real quick.
Right.
Laughing about your mind. And how many of y'all, when it came out, actually ain't opened up your Bible and read it? It was a fade memory real quick. You feel me? Your enemy know what this deal is about, man. You feel me? I was gonna turn, make a laugh of the way you laugh.
Yeah.
You gonna go check though. You see what I'm saying? Just make sure and verify, man, that don't say that, man. Dang, somebody been deceiving me this whole time. Real tough. Where we at?
We're in Limitations.
Sirach 19.
Sirach chapter 19, verse 5. Whoso taketh pleasure in wickedness shall be condemned, but he that resisteth pleasure crowneth his life.
So if you take pleasure in sin, you condemn your own soul. But if you walk away from it, you get a crown of life in the end. So like, how can you do all that if you don't pull out the measuring stick?
Right.
Every day, go through your day to see what you done did that was wrong. And what I mean by wrong, I mean breaking the commandments. I'm not talking about wronging somebody's feelings. I'm talking about the commandments. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what this is about. But how can you do that if you don't look in the mirror?
That's right.
If you don't cross-examine yourself, how do you know if you off or not? And a lot of us don't look in the mirror. We refuse to. And that is a sickness, and the reason why is because you're scared of yourself, and the reason why you're scared of yourself is deep within you have all that sin that's building up.
Right.
And look, it's not going nowhere unless you repent from it. Other than that, you're just stacking sin on top of sin. Huh? Come on.
He that can rule his tongue shall live without strife.
You hear that? You can rule your tongue. You actually have God to rule your tongue. Not get angry and just saying the first thing that comes to the top of your head. And most of the time, that first thing that comes ain't good anyway. Because you fresh in anger. Say you can rule your tongue, you can what?
Live without strife.
You can live without strife. You have a more peaceful life. Huh?
That's hard, bro, ain't it? You got me messed up.
Don't let somebody say something that hurt your feelings, boy. Everything you just said, it'll be 10 minutes later, you're like, damn, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't even say, it's better just to be quiet. Bless you too. It's better to do that. Oh, may the Most High be with you. You want to hug? It's better to do that.
And you know, let me say this before I get to this out. And see, we're getting practice with social media, y'all. I mean, if you ain't never had a teaching tool, you got this in one text. If you're going to send somebody else a text about somebody else, you better be making sure it's worded where you can judge yourself. Straight up. And say, I was just passing on a message about you, because if you slip, it's going to be hard to type in that wrong person. And you've been sending to the person you're talking about. Wrong person. Too late. Once you can't unring the bell on social media, so before you send it, you're saying, what if somebody else get a hold of this person? You got to even look at it from that perspective and say, no, let me erase this last part right here and just send that part. Because you have to protect yourself from that, because all it's going to do is get passed along to the next person. Reply all or forward in your messages or all around the world of what you just said. You know, y'all need to get terrible. Shalom, Sister Deborah.
Shalom, sis.
Shalom, sister.
Let's get ready, bro.
Verse 6 again. He that can rule his tongue shall live without strife, and he that hateth babbling shall have less evil. Rehearse not unto another that which is told unto thee.
You hear that? Quit telling people battles. Somebody come to confide in you, why is you repeating it to somebody else? Huh? And what is the point of that? Huh? Can't even wait. And then look, the crazy thing though, it'd be little splinter groups. Everybody got that one that you can go to, you know, they know the information about anything. Some go down, call this one person.
Right.
He knows it. Don't know how, but he knows it.
Right.
The information comes first to him. Exactly. Right. No, everybody wins. It just happens. How do you know about it? And look, be careful with talking about other people's transgression. You supposed to be talking, if you're witnessing somebody off, you ain't supposed to run and tell, hey, he off or she off. Run to him. Hey, look, our people was off in that area. This matter between me, you, and God. But look, repent and I help you with that. But what is we doing telling somebody else iniquity?
Right.
Negro, what about yours? If you're going to do that, at least tell yours with it. And yeah, you know, such and such did such and such, and I did this and this and that too. Well, at least do that.
Right.
Huh? Come on, you brother.
Rehearse not unto another that which was told unto thee, and thou shalt fare never the worse.
Come on.
Whether it be friend or foe.
Whether it be what?
Friend or foe.
Whether it be friend or foe. Huh? Never give up somebody. Whether it's friend or foe. Let God deal with that. If it's a matter that they said to you, keep it amongst yourself.
That's right.
Huh? Why are you telling each other secrets anyway? And who pass around debt? Sin like that. Huh? What's up with that little baby?
Little baby.
Huh? Peter. Come on with me.
Whether it be to friend or foe, talk not of another man's life.
Come on.
And if thou canst without offense, reveal them not.
You hear that? Don't even reveal them. Come on.
For he heard and observed thee, and when time cometh, he will hate thee.
Come on.
If thou hast heard a word, let it die with thee, and be bold. It will not burst.
You hear that? So keep these matters to yourself. And you shouldn't be around telling people business and telling people sins anyway. You got a problem with me, holler at me. Why are you conspiring and talking to somebody else about me? And I never heard nothing from you. Who is the sin on at this point?
Right.
It's not on me. It's obviously on you because you didn't follow protocol.
Right.
You didn't follow what we just read. You broke that. So how are you pointing a finger at me? But see, people put under these blind illusions where they think they're right and they in their feelings and they think that these feelings usurp the law when it don't.
Right. You see, where it says it ain't gonna burst you if you hold that secret, but the bottom line, as soon as you and your part, examine your part is when you say, look, man, you can't tell nobody else this.
Right.
And you telling me.
Right.
See, that's a problem already. You telling me and you telling me not to tell nobody. Well, you told the same thing. Not to tell nobody. But you telling me, you trust me that I'm not going to tell nobody. All I'm going to do is pass it on to the next person. Look, you can't tell nobody about this. See, Yaki told me, and Malachi told him, and Ariel told him. But you can't tell nobody else.
And be hood, you can't tell nobody this. Everybody at the table know, but don't tell. Then be hood, you go to, hey, you can't. Now the whole class looking at everybody like, what?
Right, everybody knows.
Everybody know.
Ain't nobody saying.
Everybody saying. Oh, man. Boy, what you say, the fast way to get out of bed?
Oh, look, it ain't telegram, it ain't telecommunication, it's tell a Negro. Pastors still on communication. How did they find out in jail what's going on before you find out you out?
I'm scared.
That call from jail, man. Yeah, I heard Earl and the guy that don't breathe.
It's like, I do know, man. Channel 4 said they gonna reveal it at 10.
Ain't telegram, ain't telephone, tell a Negro, and it will fly. Go ahead.
Here we go, I got Proverbs 11 and 13. It says, a talebearer revealeth secrets, but he that is of a faithful spirit concealeth the matter.
Right.
Straight up.
Was that Proverbs
11 and 13.
Hey, keep that business to yourself. You gotta get you in a problem with somebody, especially one that's very close to you. Keep it between y'all. Don't go talking about it to nobody else. Real men and real women don't even move like that. You got an issue with me, holler at me. You hollering at them for? What is they gonna do about our situation? You ain't even come to me. Come on, bro. Know what I'm saying? All right, let's get that Matthew.
Verse 11. A fool travaileth with a word, as a woman in labor of a child, as an arrow that sticketh in a man's thigh, so is a word within a fool's belly.
He cuts himself, hurts himself. It's like turning a gun on yourself. Everything you say always get him in trouble. Everything you say always backfire. Who want to be around a person that talk like that? Not me. Your words can't be trusted at this point. Everything you say backfire on you. Everything you say get you in trouble. Shut up. Sometimes it's just that simple to say. Shut up. Come on.
Admonish a friend. It may be he has not done it. And if he has not done it, that he do it no more. If he have done it, that he do it no more.
Come on.
Admonish thy friend. It may be he has not said it. If he have said, admonish thy friend. It may be he has not said it. And if he have, that he speak it not again.
So instead of you going against him, telling you hate him, want to bang, or talking about his matters, look, hear him out. Say something about him. He might not even have said what you said. And then look, he come to see somebody, you'll get information from somebody that's totally off. They done changed your whole perception of the person they talking about. Right. Then you actually talk to the person, you like, this nigga ain't even done nothing to me. Why am I even mad at you?
Right.
You should have hollered at me first, instead of going behind my back, talking to somebody else anyway. Makes no sense. Come on.
Admonish a friend, for many times it is a slander, and believe not every tale.
You heard that for many times it's a slander anyway. You wouldn't talk bad about this dude because you personally have something against him. And you see something that's sparking with something else, and he's happy or she's happy doing what they gotta do. So what you gotta do? Throw monkey wrenches, throw rocks, hide your hand. Then you become friends. Be enemies the whole time anyway. You done became friends with your enemies just to talk about somebody else.
Right.
It makes no sense. We need to start examining ourselves and looking in this mirror. Examine yourself first. What are you even doing all this for? Because you in your feelings. Come on.
There's
17. No, 17.
There is one that slippeth in his speech, but not from his heart. And who is he that is not offended with his tongue? Admonish thy neighbor before thou threaten him. And not being angry, give place to the law of the Most High.
Yes, sir.
Pray. All pray. You stop right there. You gonna get that Matthew?
Matthew chapter 7, 1 through 5.
We're gonna do Matthew chapter 7, 2 more verses. We're gonna get up out of here. Look, make sure y'all checking that reflection in that mirror.
Yes,
sure
sir.
y'all judging y'allselves before y'all judge anybody. Realize that we is at war constantly, and you only got one day to live. What are you gonna do with your time? Examine yourself. Come on.
Matthew chapter 7, verse 1. Judge not, that ye be not judged. For with what judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged. And with what measure ye meet, it shall be measured to you again.
And let me say this quick, and when we talk about judgment, because you're going to get a lot of people only God can judge. That's not the truth. When it tells us to judge a matter, what you're doing is you're taking life events out of this script, and you're saying, well, look, just like David did that, and such did that, bro. I'm just trying to let you know, man, you can't go down like that, bro. That's not, I'm judging because I threw you in the lake of fire. Judgment that they're talking about is when I condemn you and give you your place of wrath from the Lord. Because I seen you do it. It's saying just be careful, because the same wrath may come back on you if you judge it like that. If you throw them in the lake of fire before admonishing a friend, just like we read that Sirach, you have to admonish means to kind of let them know where the fault is laying at it. You need to get that straight, bro. You need to straighten that out in your life. But you're admonishing, and it said because he may not know I'm doing these things. Man, you mean to tell me, man, I'm tripping like that? It's like when we talk about person like GD, most people thought they were just the same. Right. Man, I told him, see, man, GD, man, you really mean that. You don't even know what you're saying. Right. Man, I'm a bad mother. No, we're not trained to say shut your mouth from that perspective. No, do you know what you're saying? I'm a bad, and I fool around with my daddy's wife.
Which is abomination.
Which is abomination. I'm bad at that.
Or you asking the most high to damn.
Right.
GDB.
Yeah, and see, that's what wickedness is. Wickedness is then practicing. You know what the sin is, then you start practicing. How can I get around you catching me? Well, they watched me the other day when I did it, so I just won't go through that door no more when I do that sin. So now it's practice sin, which turns into wickedness. At that point, that's what wickedness is, practice sin. I mean, you done got good at it. Go through that door, knock twice, and ring the bell, and they'll let you in, and you can do what you like to do in the dark. How many times I say knock twice?
That's 3 times.
Okay, bro.
Is this also along we have to go to court? They try to make me still in court, and judge somebody like many times I have to court, and not the judge saying, you know how they try to make these,
Testify.
They do right along with to speak against, because I was you pass whenever they call you to the jury.
Right.
Because each time I went, I had to tell them why I could not explain to why I should not deal with the judge. And each time I came out of it, it still gave me hell.
Right. I mean, they're just asking you, what is your belief system? Do you believe in the death penalty? You know, and what they ask you about that is like, what they're doing to you is what Nathan did today. You know, do you believe in the death penalty? And you like, no, I don't. Then they said, a man raped a 6-month-old girl, split her in twain, then sold her on the open market, and they'll keep laying the crime out. And now, how do you feel about the death penalty now? Unless you put it to the point and you just say, well, vengeance is the Lord, and y'all get through with how bad you did that day, you know. But I'm not gonna say put nobody to death for a crime. I mean, but it have to be explained like that, because what they'll do, they'll keep mounting it up, and tell you how bad. And we find ourselves saying a lot, man, you need to have his lights put out. You know, that's the type of judgment we have to be careful that if I'm anywhere along them lines, would I want my lights put out, or would I want somebody to forgive me? And as long as you fair and balanced, then yes. Because however you judge a matter, that's how the Most High say, I'm going to judge you. However you set your brother straight, I'm going to use that same pattern you use. I'm going to use that on you. So that's why, like bro said, you have to really examine yourself and see if I'm really judging myself right. Well, I want God to judge me like I just did that individual. If it straightened him out and he called you 2 weeks later and say, brother, that was the best advice you gave me. My life is back on track. That's a really good thing. You know, and you want to be saying that. You want to be saying Selah to that the Lord say, you got back on the right track because I was finished with it on you. Look right there, and then you see the death right there. You be like, oh, he was for me. Yes, he was sent to me, but you got back on track. No, that's all.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about righteous judgment, too. We got a brother that come down to Obed, babyface.
Yes, sir.
He had a few little jury duties not that long ago. He did, and he actually was like, man, I'm glad I ended up going down there, man, and you know, they ended up choosing me as a juror and all that. They about to railroad this brother. I was like, dang, what happened? He was like, well, look, the brother was guilty of stealing out of family dollar. You know what I'm saying? They got him on tape doing that. But then they brought all other charges behind it, and they was all trumped up, and they had no proof of it. You know what I'm saying? Like assault and all type of other stuff. You know what I'm saying? They was trying to send the brother on up the river for like some years. And Obed, you know, stood his ground there and rendered righteous judgment to the matter. And all the brother ended up getting was like a few things of probation. You know what I'm saying? Nothing major. But they were trying to send him to jail.
Yeah.
Like, you feel me? For a while. And then everything else was trumped up charges. But when you seen the evidence that they had, it wasn't nothing him stole like a Snicker or some other family dollar. You know? Yeah. And then something else he was crazy. Brother really ain't have too much money or whatever. He stole some candy or some gum or whatever. But them heathens down there trying to throw some charges on, like on some assault, on ACA or on criminal action. You feel me? And it was none of that. They had proof of none of that. But they had him actually yanking the Snicker about that deal. He like, well, look, bro, you guilty of that. We got some camera doing that. But for the rest of these charges, nah, man, I can't cast my vote on that. And send this brother on up for that, you dig? And the brother ended up giving a fair judgment based off of what he had, based off the evidence that they had on him. You feel me? And not, he looked like he did on one criminal. That probably was him that robbed him out in the parking lot. No, ain't no problems and couldas. What evidence do you have? You feel me? So brother said he actually was happy that he, you know, didn't go down there and try to get out of there. He did, you know what I'm saying? He actually stood around because a lot of times that's our thing. Waiting for that. I ain't trying to do no jury duty and then got brothers getting trumped up charges put on them. You feel me? And then they getting sent up for stuff they ain't even do. Yeah. And look, it tell you right there, Corinthians, the saints gonna judge the world one day. You feel me? So it's about righteous judgment and laws of your God. You never know, you can be put in a situation to where you can help your brethren get about a situation.
Friend or foe, you know, because it's somebody else, but I don't like him. You know, you can't sit there and say, well, he probably guilty. You know, that's what they was trying to do. You know, just go ahead. You still have to wait till the evidence comes out. No matter that SWAT sticker could be 30 years old or whatever it is. You still have to wait till that deal come out. But like I said, these are the things, y'all, when we start teaching doctrine, that you can get involved with a system where the jury of your peers, our people, and we 90% of the jail population, you ain't gonna never have no peers sitting on the jury for you if somebody don't go down there.
Right. Stop. We all like waiting for jury duty. Some of us gotta be down there, you know what I'm saying?
That's not half of them get railroaded now.
Yeah. Are we at Matthew 7?
Matthew 7, verse 3. And why thou beholdest thou the mote in and why beholdest thou the mote that is in thy brother's eye, but considerest not the beam that is in thine own eye? Or how wilt thou say to thy brother, let me pull out the mote out of thine eye, and behold, a beam is in thine own eye?
Judge somebody from a beam to a mote. Beam from a mote. You judging him, but it's something you own now. And how is you even seeing all this wickedness anyway? You got some, your eyes blurry, you got too much stuff in yours. How are you even checking on his?
How can you even see?
It doesn't make sense. Come on.
Thou hypocrite.
Now what?
Thou hypocrite.
Now what?
Thou hypocrite.
So hypocrites need to start looking in that mirror and checking themselves. Come on.
Fine. First cast out the beam out of thine own eye.
You're that, hey, look, heal yourself first. Examine yourself, make sure you straight, then go start trying to help your brothers instead of casting them into lake of fires over Phillips. Come on.
And then shalt thou see clearly to cast out the mote out of thy brother's eye.
Right, come on.
Give not that which is holy unto the dogs, neither cast ye your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under their feet, and turn again to rend you. Ask, and it shall be given you. Seek, and ye shall find. Knock, and it shall be opened unto you.
And look, you can't get none of this without examining self. You can't get none of this without meditation. You know what I'm saying? And in order for you to even ask for something, you have to consciously know what you want. In order for you to consciously know that you want something, you have to examine yourself. Okay, I lack in this area, I need this. So you can do that in the spirit, but you can't look in the mirror and point out your sins and work on it. That's selfish. So now you're just in this for filthy lucre now. You're just in this for materialistic things, but you sinning, constantly sinning. And then you will sin willfully, won't look in the mirror, but then pray before you go to sleep. That prayer ain't going nowhere. They ain't even make it to the ceiling.
That deal ain't getting past your earlobe.
Ain't going nowhere.
Say a waste of breath.
Waste of breath. Come on, Hebrew.
For everyone that asketh, receiveth, and he that seeketh, findeth, and to him that knocketh, it shall be opened.
Come on.
Or what man is there of you, whom if his son ask bread, will he give him a stone? Or if he ask a fish, will he give him a serpent?
Come on.
If ye then, being evil, know how to give good gifts unto your children, how much more shall your Father, which is in heaven, give good things to them that ask him?
It's deep.
What? Called you evil.
Yeah, he's right.
You still know how to give good gifts.
Still not good gifts.
How much more your Father?
We stop there right there. Let's go to Lamentations 3. We're going to read verse 40. We'll end it with Galatians. Close the sun, brother.
Or real out.
Finish.
Which one? 44.
We're going to read these couple more scriptures and we're going to get up out of here. Let's get it done. Get it done.
What verse you starting that out?
Start at 36.
36. Where you going now?
47. And I think we're going to take Galatians 6 and be about it.
Where you at in Galatians?
Galatians 6, we're going to start at 1 through 5. Yeah,
Everything else up on the board, y'all.
get it done.
Reading in the book of Lamentations, chapter 3, verse 36. To subvert a man in his cause, the Most High approveth not. Who is he that saith, and it cometh to pass, when the Most High commandeth it not? Out of the mouth of the Most High proceedeth evil and good. Wherefore doth the living man complain of man for the punishment of his sin? Let us search and try our way.
You hear that? Let us what?
Search and try our way.
Look, let us search and try our way. Let's make sure we good as individuals. Knowing that the Most High judge, knowing that He bringing a judgment to this earth, knowing that He's trying the reins of all hearts as individuals. Not collectively, but He's going to try yours by yourself, yours by yourself. Hey, let us search our ways for ourselves first. Let us examine ourselves. Let us look at the reflection in the mirror, get our comb with a fine toothpick and go through it and weave out all this sinful behavior. Huh? Come on.
And turn again to the Most High.
Hear that? And after you do that, repent.
That's right.
When you find these sins, repent. Turn back. Repent. Come on.
Let us lift up our heart with our hands unto Yah in the heaven.
Come on.
We have transgressed and have rebelled. Thou hast not pardoned. Thou hast covered with anger and persecuted us. Thou hast slain. Thou hast not pitied. Thou hast covered thyself with a cloud, that our prayer should not pass through. Thou hast made us as the offscourge and refuse in the midst of the people.
You hear that? All because you choose to not check yourself. All because you choose to not look in the mirror. Everything that's happening to us is by what? Sinning.
That's right.
And not staring at the reflection, not checking yourself and repenting. That's it. All simple thing. Like, we can cut out so much stuff. We cut out all drama amongst us. I'm not saying with the heathen, they gonna bang with us because that's what was happening. That's preordained. But I'm talking about amongst us, within ourselves and within the assembly. If we just do something so simple every day, examine yourself and have a good judgment on yourself. Know that if you off in areas, somebody might be off too. You know what I'm saying? Fix on yours and then go work on somebody else's. But you can't be pointing fingers at one another when you scared to look in the mirror yourself. You can't. And you will never get nothing done, ever. It's no progression in that. And this is a game of progression. Ain't no way you should be here in this truth for more than 6 months. Still banging and banging against the same thing, and it be stuff like terror bearing, not coming to a person with a problem. It's like, okay, then what are you learning in this situation? What are you learning being in this truth? If you still doing the same stuff you did when, you know what I'm saying, before you got in truth.
Right.
Drunk off emotions.
Drunk off emotions and feelings and not the measuring stick.
When you point your finger, it's 3 fingers pointing back at you. There's 1 going out, 3 coming back.
Yeah. So look, let's really start examining ourselves. Let's really start looking at this man in the mirror. Let's not forget that he is at war. We at war. Come on.
Verse 46. All our enemies have opened their mouths against us.
You hear that? All the enemies opening their mouth. Huh? But what David say? Hey, he gonna build up a table in the midst of his enemy. Because he checked his heart first. He checked himself. He repented. All right, look, I'm confident now. What, we can go to court. What you got? What, feelings? We know that ain't going fast in the front door. Huh? Come on.
Fear and a snare is come upon us. Desolation and destruction.
Let's stop it right there. Let's get to the last scripture. Galatians 4, 1 through 5. We're going to go and get up out of here. I mean Galatians 6, my bad, y'all.
John, don't let this be a deal that where you won't go tell nobody where you know where it is, because even if it gets to the point where, man, I ain't gonna say nothing to him because he gonna think I'm judging him. Well, you can't opt out that way either if you watching for his soul. You have to tell him anyway. You know, because you're not, man, look, man, you think I don't have nothing else to do? Hell, I can be make my socks instead of calling you and telling you, don't go around so praying, they waiting on you. Yeah. They waiting on you round now. How about you burning bread? Look, they want to burn your biscuits, boy, with some hot legs. They gonna burn some bread. If you go round on cold bread. Hey, y'all. So we don't want to get it twisted, and that happens a lot, y'all. And the main thing deal is because we can fall into protective purses, and we won't tell somebody that's close to us or in that big man. But we can't do it, y'all. We got to acknowledge. If a brother or a sister do it that's in the faith, if you don't check them, you sure can't check outside. Yeah.
Going to the book of Galatians.
Galatians.
Chapter 6. Verse 1. Everybody there? Whatever. Galatians 6 and 1. Brethren, if a man be overtaken in a fault, ye which are spiritual, restore such an one in the spirit of meekness, considering thyself, lest thou also be tempted.
Come on.
Bear ye one another's burden.
What does that say?
Bear ye one another's burden.
Not tell one another's burdens, but bear it. Help each other out. Don't tell one another's burdens, help each other out. You see your partner down, your brother and your sister down, help them out. Why make it a bigger matter than what it already is? Why spread what's already going on? Contain it, get rid of the enemy and keep it pushing. That's what you're doing, war. Come on.
Bear ye one another's burdens, and so fulfill the law of Mashiach.
That's how you bring Christ into his fullness. Before it even get to the hour, you supposed to be like, look, God, we already handled it. We handled it amongst ourselves. It shouldn't even have to go to the heavens yet. We should be handling this amongst ourselves. We got in this trouble by ourselves. Start looking in that mirror. Come on.
Verse 3. For if a man think himself to be something, when he is nothing, he deceiveth himself.
You hear that? Well, let's explain it to him. Come on.
But let every man prove his own work.
Let every man what?
Prove his own work.
Now, how can you prove your own work if you're not looking at the reflection in the mirror?
That's right.
How? It's impossible. Impossible.
Impossible.
Yeah.
So it's hard. We can't get around it. You have to test yourself. You have to examine yourself. You have to look at the reflection and you have to deal with you. The real you. Come on.
And then shall he have rejoicing in himself alone.
You hear that? Alone. You don't need nobody to party when you know you right to think. Kick it by yourself. Huh? Come on.
And not in another.
Ooh, come on.
For every man shall bear his own burden.
You hear that? You have to bear your own burden. Quit pointing at me and picking out my iniquities and worry about your own. Work on those. I'm going to work on mine and then we can work on each other. Come on.
Read them down to 10.
Verse 6. Let him that is taught in the word communicate unto him that teacheth in all good things. Be not deceived.
Be what?
Be not deceived.
Come on.
Yah is not mocked.
Yah is not mocked at all. You can't mock him. He gonna get him some mocking in the end. Right? That's scripture. Come on.
For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap.
Yeah.
For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption.
You hear that? You put all the works of the flesh, that's the only thing you put in the ground. So guess what's gonna go up out of the ground? Corruption. All because you want to be in your skin, your sin, and not be in your spirit. All these thoughts, all these actions you do, that's a byproduct of your thinking.
Right.
And obviously you ain't been self-examining yourself. Why are you still committing the same thing? Well, every time I see you, you talking about somebody. Or pointing the finger.
Please, what you say, go from justifying that sin to just a lie.
Just a lie. Come on.
But he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting.
You hear that? Why I keep saying life everlasting? Because you only have 24 hours to live. This flesh gotta die. So if your end game ain't everlasting life, then hey, don't look in the mirror. You don't. It's no point. You don't need to. Sin. Be joyful with it. Go sell your soul. Maybe say you give you $1 million or something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, if you're going to go all the way, go all the way. Ain't no mean to fix driver. Most High don't deal like that. You either hot or cold, left or right, up and down. That's it. Come on.
Verse 9. And let us not be weary in well-doing, for in due season we shall reap, if we faint not.
Come on.
As we have therefore opportunity, let us do good unto all men.
You hear that? You got opportunity. Do good with it. Especially when you wake up, it's a new chance of life. Look in the mirror before you leave the house. Examine yourself. Do different than what you did the day before. You got all opportunity to get this kingdom. All opportunity to get salvation. But you use your opportunity to commit mishaps. For what? To sin.
That's right.
Why is you playing with a pistol like that? Why is you playing with it like that? You playing Russian roulette with your soul. All because you scared of yourself. When who you supposed to be trembling and being feared, me knocking in front of is Yahweh. Because he gonna bring that real judgment.
That's right.
He gonna bring that real judgment, and you don't even know how much sin you done built up because you ain't been looking in the mirror. Huh? Come on.
As we have therefore opportunity, let us do good unto all men, especially unto them who are of the household of faith.
Oh, yeah. So look, that was the end of that class. So look.
Let me get this real quick, bro. It's real quick. Proverbs 12 about the lying tongue.
Yeah.
Proverbs 12, 18 through 22. I got it on the board, y'all can write it down. Proverbs 12, 18 through 22. There is that speaketh like the piercings of a sword, but the tongue of the wise is health. The lip of truth shall be established forever, but a lying tongue is but for a moment. Deceit is in the heart of them that imagine evil, but to the counsels of peace is joy. There shall no evil happen to the just, but the wicked shall be filled with mischief. Lying lips are abomination to Yahweh.
So quit falsely accusing each other over feelings and trying to find something back behind it. Instead of going in the Bible to see how I can get straight, you go in the Bible to see how I condemn you. You studying to judge me. Like, look at those scriptures for yourself. See where you off at.
Right.
Come on.
Lying lips are abomination to the Most High, but they that deal truly are His delight.
All praise. So look, we got to start looking at the man in the mirror. Got to. So make sure y'all examining yourselves. Scrutinize yourselves. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all checking yourselves. Make sure y'all in order. Because that's the only way we can bring this together.
That's right.
And ain't gonna be no fullness of Yahweh shall like that. Well, it is. He gonna be full of God. You just ain't gonna be a part of it.
Right.
So
We got the announcements.
you cut it off.
He says,
Garden work in the morning, 8:30. We are seeding, putting plants in the ground.
Oh, yeah.
Mulching, digging up, all of that.
that's the community
I ain't sure to get dirty, y'all.
Yeah. Yo, that's the community garden over on, it's on Goodfellow between Roosevelt and Terry. Yeah. The season open up, y'all. We need to get on out there and get busy.